Welcome to the podcast. We've got cheetah carpet. If you can't see this, I have cheetah print carpet. We move. But who cares about my apartment or my carpet? Does the carpet match the drapes? It doesn't, because the drapes are green. Anyway, this week we got Jimmy Yates, R32 four-door boss of the South, Pop Trunks and Houston, and his trip series Knuckle Up that he runs down in Houston that he just started doing. Told some stories about Japan. He's a good storyteller, so knuckle up for the ride on this one, the Goodest cast.
All right, so that's good. All right, cool. I'm good.
I like your setup. You got some seats chilling.
My seat, yeah, it's my casting couch. They're red. It's not black. It's red, but
yeah. I mean, you got to match the car, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Red seats, red casting couch, the whole nine,
Yeah, if your casting couch doesn't match your car, what are you doing?
Yeah, there's no point. You got to bamboozle them, get them into the car, and then they get them to the couch. They don't know the difference, so then they just think it's all the same. You just keep it moving.
That's how it goes, dude.
Dude, how are you?
Just another day trying to get paid,
YouTube money,
Yeah, keep this thing going,
Do you stand up the whole time?
Yup.
Really?
Yup.
Wow,
even
dude.
on the 4-hour ones. I don't know why. I just dude, it's because I sit.
Okay,
while I'm
that's
working
what
all
I was
day.
gonna say. If you sit all day at work, I know some people do that. Some of the streamers I watch, they have the desk that they can elevate, so they just hit the button.
Yeah,
so
that's what I have.
Long streams, they'll sit down for 4 hours and they'll stand up for 4 hours. So I assumed you work sitting down. So then at the end of the day, you just want to stand up. So
it's dumb. I have this whole nice work setup where I could work from this desk, but then I just sit in the kitchen all day. I don't know why. I think it's because it's kind of dark over here, and I like to look out the window.
Yeah, it changes the view. It's good for your eyes too, because if you don't have anything depth and stuff like that, your eyes get all fucked up.
Yeah, when I'm in this corner, it's just all computer monitor screen light. So I like to.
Yeah, blue light, not good.
No,
you got to get those dope glasses that reflect the blue light.
I have them. You can see it.
Oof. Oh, dude, is that how you can tell?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's tight. I need to get me some of those.
That's a good investment if you.
Is it?
If you get paid to type.
Well, I mean,
if you get paid to slap keyboards.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. I game enough. I need to get that shit.
Yeah. What's up with you? How's Texas?
Dude, it's hotter than hell, bro. It's so hot. It's so damn hot, man. It's I think today was another over 100 today, 100-degree day, and just roasting our ass. It was so bad. Last week it was even worse, but this week I thought it'd maybe chill because we have those hurricanes coming in.
Oh boy.
But, yeah, now if it's not one thing, it's another. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
No, dude, it's pretty chill. Everyone's just hanging out, trying to get by.
Yep.
So
one of my bosses actually just moved to Houston, or is going to.
Really?
Yeah, because his wife's family's from there.
Mm.
I think that's been the goal for a while, but this COVID thing.
Kind of fucked everything up.
Yeah, well, California's kind of dead for us right now, so I'm a little nervous because.
Really?
Yeah, work-wise. So I mean, whatever, we'll figure it out.
Is he still in the same position in your company and moving to Houston and working remotely? Or do you all have a branch out here that's
he's gonna build the Houston branch. We're international, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Probably
nice.
Shouldn't divulge too much information, even though no one will ever see this. But
right. But you never know. But it's okay. Well, that sucks for him because if he's moving now, it's hurricanes and hot and COVID. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. This.
I think he's happy. I think he likes it out there.
Well, I'm sure he's visited plenty of times.
Maybe not the heat. But
Yeah. If his
he
wife
lived there.
has. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's where he met her there. So.
That makes sense then.
Yeah. They
Nice.
just had a kid. They're trying to do the whole, be around the whole family thing.
That move is actually just so they don't have to pay for babysitters.
Yep.
That's what that whole thing is.
they can still go out and like have a night out on the town.
Yeah,
You know?
bum the kid off to the grandparents. Hey, y'all watch this little shithead. We're gonna go out and do our thing.
Yeah, you know,
I know that play.
Yeah, no disrespect to that move.
No, dude, respect the hustle, dude. You
Yeah.
gotta respect the hustle.
Yeah, that's the
sick.
only thing that keeps it going, man.
Yeah, you got to.
I think we're still all the same, like 14-year-olds we were.
Oh, yeah,
Just-
for sure. Just shitheads. Just shitheads. We're just like got bills now.
Yeah,
That's it.
Learn a bunch of lessons and have way more bills.
Yeah, that's it. I still have like the same humor as me from like 14, 15 years old. That's it.
Yep,
Keeps
same.
me young.
For
yeah,
sure.
it's like I just never aged.
When did you get into cars pretty early, or were you like,
Yeah, like growing up, my neighbor, they had like two older boys and they owned a car lot, like a car dealership. So they always had like stuff around, and then when they got old, they were older than me, so whenever they got old enough, they wind up buying like Civics. So they had
Sick.
so like the younger brother had an EK coupe, and the older brother had I guess an EG or EJ coupe, whatever the generation before is. So they both had like coupes, Hondas with like Ricer big fucking exhaust and stuff like that. And one of them put like a GT wing on their shit, dude. It was the coolest thing back then. I was so hyped. But they would like bring like cars like all time from like the dealership. Like one car was like I think it was a MB Miata, but it was like turboed. I think it might be Mazda Spirit, something like that. And it was like the guy, the dad that lived next door, he was like, "Hey, you ever drove a manual car?" And I was like, "Nope." And I think I was like 14 or 15. He was like, "All right, let's go learn." So like,
What?
So like the first car I drove manual was like this turbo Miata that like it was sick. And he was like, "Yeah, let's go take it on the main road." And I was like, "What?" Like I didn't have a learner's permit, no nothing. It was just like this like Miata. We were like trying to.
That's such a
I was like
crazy
stalling
car.
around.
That's such a crazy car to learn how to drive in.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever driven a Miata since. I mean, I don't fit in them now, but
No.
even back then. But
Were you always super tall?
yeah, I've always been like the taller one out of everything. It just runs in the family. Like my whole mom's side, everyone's over 6'3".
Yeah.
Like at least all the men are. So yeah, I've always been like the tall guy. So
Yeah. Even in middle school, you were like super tall.
yeah, from
Yeah,
the get
same.
go. I was
Same.
like a big baby being born. So like I've been big the whole time.
Yeah. I was
So-
always tall. I was like always. It's cool
Yeah.
though. It's like
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like,
cool.
I feel like the people that were like short and then like jumped up are like way more like, hell yeah, I'm fucking tall, dude.
Yeah.
But, like, if
No,
you're
you're
tall
just, like-
forever, you're just like, yeah, it's just like
Yeah, it's just like the thing, or it's like super awkward. Like I feel like your
Yeah.
awkward stage is like
yeah,
so much longer
Yeah.
because like I always see those pictures of like kids and like like kids at like 10, the girls are always taller. Because
Yeah.
like girls mature earlier, but then
Yeah.
like I was always like taller than the girls, so I was always like the tallest one throughout everything. But like, yeah, that just made like the awkward stage instead of just like preteens. It was like from like 9 to like 17, 18. Like there was a good 10 years there that was just like always awkward.
yep.
Just
I was
'cause
like
everything-
super good at soccer, and then I got tall. Like I was already kind of tall, and then I got
Yeah.
super tall, and I didn't
Oh.
even know how to like move. Dude, I was like 5'11" or something with like no muscle mass. Like I didn't
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
hit puberty yet. I was like
Right.
this just big like giant like, well, I don't know what to do with my body. Like they're like get this kid into basketball. Like he's gonna be
Yup.
sick. And then like I was terrible.
Trash.
Yeah.
I'm trash at basketball, bro. Like it was like in middle school, like at least for Texas, like sixth grade, they pretty much put you in PE and
Yeah.
they make you like play all the sports. And then seventh grade you have to pick a sport.
Whoa.
So all my friends were playing tennis. And so I was
Oh
gonna
yeah,
play
you played tennis.
Yeah. But I wanted to try basketball because I was tall. And so you have like A, B, and C team, dude. And yeah, I was so trash because like, just so awkward. Like I didn't know,
Yeah.
like I was like, whatever. So
Yeah.
I was on C team, trash, but I was the tallest one. So they made me practice with the A team and just play post. I was just post the whole time.
Yeah, they tried to make me do that too, but I was just too nice. They're like, no, you
Yeah.
gotta get in there
Yeah.
and you gotta like. And I was
Yeah,
like,
dude. I was
mean,
like,
I don't really
yeah,
want to
dude.
like shove
I
them
think that
around.
goes back to the awkward thing, dude. Is just like because looking back, I was like, dude, I was such a pussy. Like I was just like this awkward, like big, tall baby bitch boy. and like I should have played football. I didn't want to get hit. Like my mom, on my mom's side, my great grandpa was a professional baseball player and won the
Whoa.
World Series for the Detroit Tigers.
What?
Yeah, in 1945. Yeah, he like it was a cool story. Like he lied about his age and like skipped the war, and then he went and he was like one of the oldest players to ever like he was the oldest rookie of all time, and they wind up
Whoa.
winning a World Series, and then I want to say maybe not that World Series, but the next year or something like that. He like fucked up a play and caused them to lose the series to the Chicago Cubs. And so like if you Google it, there's like it's like a whole like terminology for my great grandfather that like he
Dang.
fucked up this like play and like it's forever known. But
So
anyways,
you
my
can't,
mom,
so you can't go to Detroit, is what you're saying?
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I can't. That's why I never go see Damon. Damon always just comes to see me. I'm banned from there for life. But no, like my mom wanted me to play baseball, and I think I got smoked in the dome with like a softball whenever I was like from 5 to 7. So I was like, nah, fuck baseball. I don't want to get hit. And then I was like, I don't want to play football. I don't want to get hit. I'll play basketball, but I only played my 7th grade year, and I was like so like I couldn't
Dude,
dribble.
I only played in 7th grade.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I couldn't dribble because like I was so uncoordinated and like
Dude, people
Yeah.
don't realize like when you're tall and you're young, like it's
Dude.
like there's like a whole lot of you got to like relearn how to human.
yeah. There's so much like
Because
you're
I
just
wanted to be good at
lanky.
skateboarding so bad, like so bad.
Same.
Nothing more, but I couldn't get above the board. Like I could roll around and I could like
Yeah.
like pump and stuff, but like any like flip tricks is like trying to learn like
Yeah, like that's funny because that's like the exact same with me. Like I grew up in like a small like well I wouldn't say small like 100,000 person like West Texas town that like whenever I was probably like between 8 and 12 they had just built the first skate park there. But like that was like whenever like Tony Hawk had, like the games were coming out and like Tony Hawk
Yeah.
had just done like the 900 and like 99 all that other shit. So like we all just wanted to skate and like I brought like a birdhouse board and like zero wheels, Grind King trucks, like all this cool shit, and like I just couldn't like get it. But I was like, now looking back, I was like, super young, like 10,
Yeah.
and I was like trying to like street skate with a vert board.
yeah.
That was probably not like the right size for my feet because we didn't know what the hell we were doing. So like, but yeah, I always wanted to be good for skateboarding, but I just couldn't because I like the coordination, just being awkward and tall just didn't work. I mean, I can like roll around, but like I can't like kickflip or anything like that. So,
No,
but like
me
all the
either.
kids here, like almost everybody skates, so they're all
Yeah,
good.
doesn't one of
Like,
doesn't one of the dudes own a skate shop?
yeah, Casey of Fat Cats, yeah, he owns a skate shop here across the street from
Is it
like the biggest
Geo something?
Geometric.
Geometric, yeah.
It's across the street from the world or the U.S.'s largest skate park.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
that's
the
cool.
largest. It's the largest maybe concrete park. I don't know the exact thing, but yeah, Casey owns it at Fat Cats. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he makes me
So-
mad I don't have TEs every time I see his car.
Yeah, dude, you missed it. We just had the Knuckle Up event, and another young guy, Colin, he has a 4-door.
saw it.
E36, yeah.
Some-
So it's like dumped on R33s.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, so they finally got to drive together.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, it was like really cool because it's like
That kid's
Casey
young,
used-
huh?
yeah, I want to say he's probably 20 or younger.
Wow, that's a nice
probably
car
younger.
for a 20-year-old man.
Yeah, well, he had been he's been driving forever, man. Like his dad was bringing him out to like Lone Star events like whenever he was like 13 or 14 before driver's license.
Wow.
His dad was like just like trailing him out, and he's a really good car driver. Like he had like
I bet.
I want to say probably like a Pro 2 car at one point, like
Whoa,
a big
okay.
turbo BMW, and like he was
Yeah.
like competing in Pro-Am. I don't know if he ever got his license or he got it and he just kind of was like, I like the cooler shit more nowadays, but yeah, he's like
can
a
relate.
he's like a super cool kid, like
Sick.
super nice.
Yeah, I commented on his picture and said, looks good, because it looks
Yeah.
good. Sick.
Dude, it's really cool. Yeah, it's just like I think it's probably just like the stock motor thing. Maybe I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know
sure.
anything about BMWs, but it's like R33s and like that replica BN thing and like
Yeah, they don't need much, man.
no, it's cool. It's like just simple black paint. He's actually gonna reshell that car because like I think that shell is like there's a title issue or something,
Oh,
so he
man.
doesn't like street drive it, and that's what he wants to do. So he's gonna like just like copy that car again and just like have a street car.
Yeah, I got pictures of my Garsons that I sent out there that I never put on the car.
Oh man, dude,
They look too good on his car, man.
Man, Josh rolled his car off the trailer, and I was like, because he has Meisters up front, and I was like,
works perfect.
I was like, what, dude? They were beaming in the sunlight. They were so good.
Yeah,
they were clean.
I was like, all right, man. I honestly, he sent me the pictures. I'm like, I'm happy I sold them to you because they look better on your car than they would have looked on mine, man. Like,
dude,
for
they're
sure.
So nice. Yeah, it's like that car's so low and so good. Like, it just works.
I put them like on the ground. And I was like looking at the tire machine, looking at the wheels, looking at the tire machine, looking at the wheels.
You never mounted them?
No, dude, they're like brand new. Like, I got them from Up Garage. Like, they were new. They came with blue tape on the lips.
Really?
Yeah. So those faces have never been on anything.
Wow, that's cool.
So they're like.
Does Garson still make wheels, or is that like a dead stock kind of thing?
It was like a dead stock thing.
Wow. Dude,
yeah,
crazy.
They were used, but like new with the tape and everything. Like, they'd never been mounted before.
Yeah.
So I was
someone probably just like had them and never used them. So.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was
that's
like, hey,
sick.
I was like, these are too nice for me, dude. Like, Jason or Julian's gonna put a like neon green time attack lip on these like first time I use them. So
yeah, just bend up all the lips.
Yeah, I want to send these to some. I was like, I want to sell these to somebody who's gonna put them on a like cool street car because that's what they belong on, man. Like, really.
Yeah, they do. I'm surprised D-Pomps didn't like try to pick them up or anything like that because he has those wheels too.
Yeah, I don't know if they were like his spec.
Yeah, Josh has pretty wide fenders, so like the 10.5 was like perfect.
Yeah, I think D-Pomps is like even crazier spec.
Yeah, that would probably make more sense.
Yeah, I think those were like soft for him.
Must be nice. 10.5 soft.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I mean, yeah. What do you run? What's your? I don't do. Do we want to like air out the fucking?
Dude, nah, dude. $30 for specs, bro. PayPal me $30. $20 to look.
Oh God, dude.
No,
the $20 to look thing. Like, I think I understand that.
I have no idea what it is.
Dude, I think what he's saying. Okay. Okay. This is pure speculation based on one of those videos, right?
Okay.
He was like talking about some mirrors, right? I think he's talking about some eBay like M3 type mirrors.
Yes, because they were all anti-Ganondorf.
$20 to look versus like $1,000 to look. Get it? You know?
Yep. That makes most sense.
So I think I kind of get. That's my guess.
That's pretty good.
I think they were like low. It was like a low key dig. They were trying to dig on people. But you know what, dude? If you like Ganondorfs, buy them. Yeah. You know?
Buy another one, you rich motherfucker. Dude, they're so expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
Crazy. Dude, someone asked me the other day because like I had Ganondorfs on my S13 and they fit on R32. So whenever I sold my S13, I just put them on my R32. And then whenever I was trying to find mirrors for my S13 that I'm building, it was like $1,000 minimum. And I was like, dude, I'm not paying that. Like, there's no way. So I wound up finding like R32 mirrors, Ganondorfs for like $600. Got those painted, put those on the R32, and then took the S13s off the R32 and put them back on S13.
On the S13, nice.
Easy. That was the easiest way.
Yeah. I think Julian's car came with Ganondorfs.
Yeah, it came with a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
That's funny. No, specs. No, it's really funny because like sedan, like with the arches like in the doors on the back doors, you can't fit anything, right? Because like that
even
whole
if you go wide body, you're still like
so like pretty much it's like 18 9.5 plus 12 or 15 like just standard like S chassis fitment.
Fine, man. That's like
there's
fine. So much good shit in that size.
Yeah, it's pretty much like your standard monoblock like raise like GTR spec stuff. So it just makes it easy. Yeah. So
you got all the options in the world at that size.
Yeah, pretty much. I really do. Like, but it sucks because like a lot of people like 10.5 would be cool because then you can like put like a 265 and that looks really cool. Yeah. But like, whatever.
Yeah, you can't run it. I mean, Jason runs like a 265 on a 9.5.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, but that's Jason.
Oh. Yeah, well, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
So I'm not, whatever.
I like to stick with the 10.5 265. That's my
Yeah,
that's my
that's
thing.
that's good. Whenever I had my
I don't know if I can go any smaller than that.
whenever I had my 350Z, that's what I ran was a 10.5 with a 265, and it's a pretty good look.
What kind of tires do you guys run out in Texas?
Kendas,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, at least for rears,
Yeah.
ever since I guess Final Bout 2, the Falcon 615s have always been like the go-to for the fronts, but
Yeah.
for the
That's
the
been my
rears,
setup.
yeah,
I've been running Kendas and 615s up front.
yep. I was curious to see what Jason and Julian feel about the new Falcons, the 660s or something like that.
They're gonna run them soon. So
Yeah.
Jason's in like refresh mode. He's like kind of doing
Okay.
some like upkeep on the car, and
Yep.
then Julian obviously,
Yeah, he blew his motor or something, right?
yeah,
Shit.
like
Boy, wow.
two holes in the block, both sides,
Really?
and a hole in the piston.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Sucks. SRs, man. I'm telling you.
Big bada boom, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Big time. I wonder what that felt like or like sounded like.
He was drifting in fifth. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That's probably why, dude. Shit just like screaming.
he was running a lot of
Blew up.
boost. It was like a tired motor.
Yeah, I knew it was. Yeah, because we chit chat from time to time, and I know he was like, yeah, like I should really get something different, and like, but I don't have time or the money right now, so I'm just gonna run it. I was like, yeah, I mean, I would too, honestly, just run it until it absolutely can't.
There's some plans in the works. There's some secret stuff going on.
I'm sure everyone
Yeah.
everyone is cooking up some crazy
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
We're not gonna let him go out like that.
Nah, never, never. Just
Gotta do what you can for the teammates, you know.
yeah. What's up with your car?
My shit's solid, dude.
Good. That's sick, right? It's the
I'm
best
gonna-
feeling.
I'm gonna keep it. Yeah. Like I blew out my rear main because I ran. I didn't really understand that like with JZs you got to do like serious like valve cover like bleeding essentially.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So like I had like one. It's a long story, but I had like a lot of crankcase pressure and just blew
Yeah.
out the rear main and like coated my clutch with oil.
Wow. So it just like slipped all day. Is
Dude,
that how you
I thought I
could
was
tell?
the man, dude.
really?
Yeah, I thought I was the man going down the front straight at Thunder Hill, like upshift to fourth, which my fourth is like their third or their
Okay,
fifth,
right.
Because I got
Okay.
longer gears, so I'm like up to fourth.
Spinning?
But it's like I thought I was spinning tire, but I was spinning
That's
clutch,
sick,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
That's sick. You're lucky your shit didn't catch on fire.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
I'm getting that all like taken care of and stuff, and then I'm
Nice.
running like a way bigger like box to do the, you know.
Yeah, all the venting shit.
Yeah, I don't know engines that well.
Yeah, me
I know
neither.
I know the computer science and the wires.
Ah.
That's it.
I know the looks, I guess. I don't know shit else. I have zero interest in it. I just know it looks cool to me, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all kind of like making our cars look cool. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's to each their own, I guess. Everyone has their own sense of what's cool and not.
true. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I saw a dude that had literally his back window was like a stolen like road sign.
Where
And,
at Thunder Hill?
No, this is
Oh.
this is like a Sonoma dude. He has like a
Ah.
he's like his rear wing is a snowboard.
What?
Yeah. I mean, dude, but like the guy goes every week and he rips.
Hey, well,
but like
you know.
you know, and when he
Yeah, it's crazy.
rides the wall, dude, he's
Board sliding.
doing like a Smith, you know.
Yes, it's grind. SSX tricky on him.
Exactly.
That's sick, dude. I mean, that's crazy. No one does any of that crazy stuff here. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have snowboards, but like, no one's like bolting like longhorns on their back of their car, you know, or something crazy.
I don't know, man. You might want to try it.
Trend center right there.
Yeah,
That might be the
Put him
new
on the
wave.
front, dude.
Dude, they do that. They do that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Zach has fucking a trunk neon.
Yeah,
Like,
he has the pop trunk. Yeah, Zach does. That's clean.
yeah.
It's cool. You don't like, yeah. It's pretty cool. King
It's-
Zach.
How much could that weigh? Because I don't care. Like,
I don't know, dude. We put one
is it
in my
real
car.
neon or is it like?
No, so it's LED strips.
Okay. Okay.
So it's you take the board. Well, okay, so for Final Bout Gallery, we made one for my car. We put it
Yeah.
in the Skyline,
Yeah.
and so pretty much what we did was we had a board, and then you take uh, a router,
Yeah.
and you cut you stencil all your letters what you want to say, and then you go and you cut it all, and then Zach had wound up finding these like strips of LED that you could cut, and pretty much just it's like a rope of LED. We cut it, and then we solder wires, and then we just daisy chained them all together, soldered it all together, and then just ran power and ground. So whenever we put the actuators in, the sign would already be lit up, so it just raises up and it just has it. And then you
Sick.
wrap it in whatever fabric you have, like felt or whatever you want.
This is the H-Town DIY right here.
Yeah, dude, for real. Dude, Zach is the king of DIY, dude. Like,
Yeah.
that dude, he just like, he was like, I think I can do that. And then he just does it. And he is like super like into, like light, I guess maybe not lighting, but like, I don't know, because he's a gamer too. So like his like 3 monitors set up. He has like the
Sick.
the light behind. Like
I know.
all-
I
all
played a
badass.
setup with both of you guys.
Oh, yeah. So he has like all that crazy stuff, and then like, he did like his trunk setup, and then he like, did his subwoofer setup, and then he like wired in like water squirters in his wheel wells for his tires, or like the bumper, he had this BN bumper from Russia, but the
Whoa.
mold didn't have the license plate frame.
Yeah.
So he went in and like cut out the license plate frame and like molded and made a license plate like a traditional license plate like spot on the bumper. Dude, the king's DIY. He's like he
Yeah.
can do it all if he
Yeah.
just like tries.
Sick.
He's like, yeah, dude, he's super talented, dude. It's
You guys have some really cool. I feel like you guys do stuff a little different down there.
yeah. How
Yeah,
so?
a little bit. I don't know, man. Like all your cars just have like a little like they just have like a little extra like flavor in like in
Yeah?
a good way. Yeah.
Cool. I've never heard that. Like
Yeah.
I like you know how like everyone like Chicago has like this style, or
Yeah.
like California. I've never heard like at least directly to be like, oh yeah, Texas has like this. This was like separates Texas from other people. So
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just feel like it's there. Like
it's
between like
something.
Fat Cats and Essence and that like you like that those groups they just have like a little like different thing you
That's
can just
cool.
tell. Yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting to hear because I've never heard it. So it's cool to hear that.
I don't know, outsider perspective, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's always cool to hear like the perspective from the other side. That's someone on the outside looking in.
Yeah, I
So.
mean, you were I feel like you were at Final Bout 2. Were you at Final Bout 1? I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know.
I was spectating at Final Bout 1. I didn't drive Final Bout 1.
I remember the first time I met you, you big timed me super hard because you like
Yeah?
came up to Julian and you're like fucking tall guys, and I was right next to you, but you're a little taller than me and Julian's
Yeah.
a little taller than me, and I was like, man, fuck, dude.
Dude, I have the worst fucking memory. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, whatever, dude. And then you were telling, I think you guys were talking about your trip to Japan and like you driving there and like,
Yeah.
well, like I think did you say you flipped a car? I swear I remember
Yeah.
that like
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
vividly
I
because I was like, damn, this guy's sick. I was like, you flipped
Yeah,
a car in
it's-
Japan because I hadn't been there at the
Yeah.
time. Like,
Yeah, I think
like
I
going to
wanna s-
Chicago was like a long trip for me. You know what I mean? It was
Okay.
like,
Yeah, I guess maybe that was like I was telling Julian or talking about that because you guys were planning on going to Japan,
Mm-hmm.
or like Julian had mentioned he wanted to go,
yeah,
and I was like, because I imported my Skyline with GTR Garage,
Mm-hmm.
and then like that's whenever because Burst Speed Mike was with GTR Garage too at that time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like Mike had been over in Japan for like 3 months or something like that during that stint, and he was helping him like do stuff like parts or like shipping and all that other stuff. And so Mike had come back to the States, and I'd got GTR Garage Richard to come to Houston for one of our like drift events. just to like throw up a booth and like come see everything, since he was going to use the port of Galveston to bring cars in. And I was like, well, dude, if you need help, like I'm here, and like you help me with getting my car, like I'll be more than happy to help you. Like if customers need like trips to Galveston to pick up the ride or whatever. And so he's like, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, if you ever want to go to Japan, just let me know. Like the apartment's open. Mike is leaving or is about to leave. And I was like, yeah, dude, for sure. Like I'm totally down.
That's sick.
And he was like, okay, cool. And I was like, yeah, you know, just like how much or whatever. He's like, oh no, you can stay there for free. And I was like, okay. So like I sold my 350Z. I wind up quitting my job, and then I booked my plane ticket like 2 weeks before I left, and then I flew out there and was there for like 30 days or 33 days or something like that. And then they gave me like, since I had a Skyline, they gave me a Skyline to like use as like a drift car, just like it was like at the track or whatever.
What?
And yeah, dude, it was sick. It was like the sickest shit. And so,
man, that's a dream come true right there,
dude. Yeah,
you got there like you got to do that before it started to get kind of like ridiculous to do it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like, you got in there like right at the right time.
Yeah, I think this was like 2015. But I was like, you know, like I've been driving the Skyline a little bit, and like right-hand drive was just like felt like natural, which was really weird to me. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like I go to Japan, like driving this car, and I like drive all day. Like it's super cheap. It's like to rent out the track, it was like $40 for like 3 hours or something like that. Like, and no one was there.
Which track?
Hadashi Tengoku.
Mm.
So it's like a smaller track, pretty close to Hiroshima, like way on the other side.
Down south.
Yeah, it's way down there south. And yeah, like the Skyline was like just like a stock Skyline coupe. It had like coilovers and a diff. Like that's it. Really no like angle mods or anything like that. And I drove it like the 3 hours, and like, you know, I was trying to like record a lot of the trip just so like I could like have it from like memories and stuff, really, not like trying to make no YouTube content. And because that was before all that shit. And and so
fuck, I could have been rich, man.
Dude, I know, if I would have just kept that shit up.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, oh man, like I should really get some clips of like just driving the track so I can like edit and make like a montage or whatever. And so like it was like 2:58, and I had to be off track at like 3 o'clock. So I like suction cup the fucking GoPro to the roof of the car, and then I go out and I'm like, fuck it, I don't need a helmet. Like I'm just gonna link the track one time. So I just like I drift the whole track. I'm linking it, and like there's a back section of the track which now looking back like no one drives, and pretty much I had come up over the hill and came where they pretty much have the staging, and I was just gonna like keep hot lapping it because it's like it's a small track. Yeah. And I just like
I feel like day's almost over. Like
I was like, dude, I got like 2 minutes. I just need this one clip of me just like smoking the whole place, and just like that'll boost my ego. And so I like dirt dropped the back right tire or left tire, and it just caught and sucked me in, and there's a bank, like dirt berm, pretty much like a dirt bank, and it just like whipped the car up and it rolled it. And I didn't like have my seatbelt on, I didn't have my helmet on, and I rolled the car, and it had a sunroof, and I like fell into the sunroof and like scraped my back, and like I have this big gash and stuff like that. But like the whole passenger side of the roof had like caved in and shit like that, and I was like, holy shit, like if I would have had my seatbelt in, I probably would have like smashed my head. I didn't have my helmet like an idiot. Yeah. And, you know, it was like, it's always like your last lap is going to be the one that kills you.
Dude.
Or kills the car. So like after that, I was like, we like, and no one was there. Like the track is owned by like an older couple, like 60s. And there wind up being like about an hour before I ended, there was like 2 young kids that showed up. One had an R33 and one had a JZX 100. And like they were kind of like trying to teach themselves how to drift and stuff like that. So they were pretty new. Yeah. I mean, I was new too, but they like came over and helped me. And I like crawled out from like the wreckage, you know, like a movie. And like, I was like, holy shit. I was like, my adrenaline was fucking pumping because I've never crashed a car. Like never been in an accident, nothing. Like that was my first like car wreck.
Not even like fender bender?
No, nothing.
What?
I've never been. Yeah, I'd never been in anything, dude.
God, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
dude. Yeah. So like my first car wreck was like me flipping the Skyline, and like it's literally I had the car for 3 hours. Like that's it. Like it was the first time driving in Japan, and I rolled the shit, and I was like, oh my fucking god, like I'm gonna have to cut my trip short because I can't afford to stay like longer, like food and like me buying like cool car parts and all that shit I had planned. I was like, I'm gonna have to buy this stupid fucking Skyline that I just rolled. And so we wind up flipping the car back over. They the lady bandages me up, like the old lady bandages me up, and then
That
gives
owns the
me, like,
track?
yeah, dude, yeah. So like my adrenaline's pumping. We like pull they like forklift, they like roll the car over, forklift it off track. We go get the brooms, we brush off the track, we're cleaning it up. I speak no Japanese. The lady speaks no English. She's trying to tell me that my back is fucked up, and I'm like just pumping with adrenaline, and I can't like I can't tell that I'm like it's like a pretty bad gash, and so she like bandages
it's
me up.
behind you.
Yeah, it's just taped up, and we get the car flipped over, clean the track off. You know, I'm like, I'm sorry, and they just like I just go hop in the Subaru because they also gave me like a free rental. Like I just like had this like Forester that I got to like putt around Japan in. So I just like hop in the car, and I'm like, she gives me this like extra medium like white beater, and like I just can't fit it. So I'm like, oh shit. So I just have this like white wife beater, but like I'm pretty sure I'm bleeding through the back of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm like driving back to the apartment, and I'm like, all right, dude, I got to go to the supermarket. I got to go find like bandages, hydrogen peroxide, like clean myself up.
Yeah.
So I like go to the store, and like people are like freaking out because they see this tall American, and I probably look like I got
bleeding.
a gunshot wound in the back. You know, that's what it fucking looks like. I got shot in Japan.
Yeah.
So like I go buy the shit. I go back to the apartment, and I start like my adrenaline's like dead, you know, so it's starting to fucking hurt. And I'm like, oh, dude, this is not good. And so I'm like peeling it off, and I just look like it, and it's just a fucking gash, dude. Like it's huge. I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna need stitches. I've never had stitches in my life.
Whoa.
And I'm like, oh,
foreign
fuck.
country, you're by yourself?
By myself, foreign country, no translator. I have to go to the hospital now. I don't have a job, so I don't have insurance. And I'm like, dude, I am so fucked right now. Like, this is like day 3 of me in Japan. And I'm like, I was like, dude, I literally just blew my load. Like, I got to go home now. I got to figure out how to get back to the States. So I guess the counterpart to Richard in Japan, this guy Jim in Japan, older guy that worked on the military base, was like the Japan side of GTR Garage. I called him. I was like, hey, I need to go to the hospital. Like I'd called him whenever I wrecked the car. I was like, hey, look, I flipped the car, I crashed it, and they're like, oh, don't worry about it. We bought it from like some military idiot for like $500. We pull the diff and sell it for $500, and we break even. So you're good. Don't even worry about the car. I was like,
Oh, that's cool.
oh, okay, thank you. That's off me. I don't have to like worry about buying a fucking Skyline.
Yeah.
So anyways, Jim's like, all right, we'll find you, like, go to the hospital. There's like a couple in town, go to one. So I like just like I'm in Google, you know, because whenever you go to Japan, you buy one of those like unlocked phones, you know, with like a 30-day contract, you know.
Yeah.
So I have the phone. I'm like trying to Google like hospital. So the first hospital I go to is a children's hospital. And so they're like, yo, get the fuck out. They get the fuck out. I was like, oh, sorry. All right. So I pull up to another hospital. It's a maternity hospital.
No.
Yeah. So they're like, bro, get the fuck out. Like, we can't help you. I was like, oh my God. I'm like freaking out. So I call Jim. I don't call Jim again. I'm like, hey dude, like I went to the wrong hospital. Can you please just like let me know what the hospital is? He was like, oh no, you got to go like up the hill. Like it's over there. I was all right, cool. So I pull up and I get to there, and you know, like I have to have Jim on the phone to translate to the people to like what happened. And they're like, oh yeah, like you know you can kind of hear some like broken like English, like Japanese, you know. And it's like, you know, Drifto, like at Hadashi Sengoku, like I'm like trying to pick up on stuff so I can like trying to help. And so they're, oh yeah, we'll get you, whatever. So I'm like, I still have like the bandages and stuff like that. So I'm just like, hopefully God, I'm not bleeding out at this point, you know. And they get me in the back, and the lady, one of the nurses, has Google Translate on her phone. So me and her are like communicating through Google Translate. So we're like trying to figure it out. And she's like, oh, we're going to clean it first. And then like we're going to numb it, and then we're going to do stitches. I was like, okay. And so I'm just like trying to figure it out. And then she's like, it's like the broken translation, she described it to me, was that it looked like a dinosaur, like a dinosaur had like
clawed you?
Clawed me. That's what that's what the broken translation wind up being. It was so funny. So like they were like I guess they've never had like an American come over because there is a military base there, but like
they have their own. They have their own.
Yeah, they have their own like hospital and shit like that. So they were like, we were like taking selfies with me, like, you know, they're like this doctor, like these young doctors, like just like numbing my fucking back, and we're like taking selfies and pictures and stuff. And dude, it hurts so bad. Get the fuck
out of here.
It was fucking crazy. So he stitches me up. My first time having stitches. And I'm like, dude, this sucks. And so they're like, okay, yeah, like come back in a week. We'll give you antibiotics or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. How much? And they're like, oh, it's $65. And I was like, what? They're oh yeah. It's like $65 or like $65 for the stitches or whatever. And it's like $60 for antibiotics. It was like $125 for me to like wreck my car and, you know, tear my back up and stuff like that. And so yeah, like after that, my back was like sore for like a week, and I was that was like the first weekend of drifting I had. And then next weekend was I was supposed to go to Nagoya and go drive in Yokoi and Tezuka's Kids Heart MCR day at YZ. And so I was like, dude, I'm fucking shook. Like I just wrecked a fucking car and I have to go drive with like some of the best drivers in the world next weekend. And I'm like, dude, I'm way over my head. Like I'm an idiot. Like why did I sign up for all this shit? Like this
dude,
is
so
stupid.
sick though. Who cares? Who fucking cares?
Yeah. So anyways, I just like wrecked the fucking car like 3 days after being in Japan like an idiot. So
how was that event though? Did you drive at it?
Yeah. So so I didn't drive anything until then. I wind up. Oh, okay. So dude, my Japan story is like so good. Sorry.
Dude, if anything, if we just cover the whole Japan story, I don't give a shit. Okay. Dude, we don't have to talk about nothing else.
All right. So then let me backtrack because I get to Japan. I land in the evening. I get picked up in an R33 GTR, which was like fucking cool.
Yeah, like a sick one.
Then, yeah. And then they like take me straight to the toge. But the guys that I was hanging out with were like military, so they weren't like drifters. They were more like grip guys.
Yeah.
And we go to the toge, and we go up there, and there's like a bunch of cool ass cars. There's like an like Subaru WRX like rally car that like someone just like bought.
What?
It was like a 20. I want to say it's like a 20. It's like one of the 22Bs that was like pretty badass, and this dude was just like grip driving this toge.
So sick.
There was like grip S15s, like EK hatch, and one dude had this like really cool like orange Sylvia. It was a CA like CA18 car, but it was owned by like a military guy, and it was like his first time gripping. And they were like telling him like, hey, you need to go up and down and warm up your tires before you really like try to attack the mountain. And he winds up not doing it and like piling the car into the mountain like the night I'm there. And so we're up all night because the military guys are like, you're not supposed to be like out and about after curfew.
Yeah.
So they had to like call their like local like tuner, like this like older Japanese dude that like ran this shop that they all brought their cars to go get the flatbed to get up to the mountain to like pull this car off the mountain and get it back to the shop so he could get home and on base so no one would find out, because like if they get called, they're like fucked. Yeah. So I stay up the whole night. I go back to the apartment. I had a camera and stuff like that. So I like try to charge the camera. I take a shower. I like just like get ready. I go eat breakfast at 7-Eleven. I get orange juice and fried chicken. And then that morning is D1SL.
Anywhere else that would sound fucking ridiculous, but like Japan, you're like, yeah, sounds
so
good to me.
So good. Yeah. I was so hungry after like staying out all night and like being on the like just like pounding coffees at the fucking rest stop, dude. Oh my god. So
there was like a fucking vending machine like on the toge, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah, there was, dude. And it had hot coffee, and it was like kind of cool at night, dude. It's the best. So like there was a time where like that night we were just like waiting for this tow truck. So I was just like laying on like the bench there, like on the toge rest stop, just like looking at the stars, like imagine like I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere by myself.
You just landed too. This is like your
just
first
landed.
night.
First night in Japan, go to tailgate, wreck, stay up the whole night, go back, shower, eat breakfast, head out. No, yeah, wait. Let me. Yeah. So this is like because I arrived the night, went to bed, woke up. That Toge was the first night.
First night. Okay.
The first day, the Subaru, I didn't know how to say what gasoline I needed, and the guy put diesel in the Subi.
No.
Yes. So the first day I'm in Japan.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm trying to I can't remember.
This is too fucking much, man.
Yeah, it's too fucking much. Okay, so the first day, get in the Subaru, go to the gas station, get gas. I fuck up and don't know the translation. They put diesel in the damn Subaru. So I'm at the gas station, I undo the fuel line so I could use the pump to purge the gas or the diesel out. Yeah. So then we put gas back in it and we're good to go. So this is the first day of Japan. I put diesel in the fucking Subaru.
Dude, get the fuck out of here.
So then
we go to he kind of looks like Vin Diesel, so diesel for this one.
Just dump that shit in there. Yeah. So
what Subaru is diesel?
Dude, I don't know.
Any Subaru?
And why does the diesel spout fit in the fucking Subi? Right? Doesn't the thing? So it was an older gas station worker. I was like, oh, fuck it, whatever, I don't care. So anyways, we go to Toge, the guy wrecks, I stay up all night, come back, shower. Next morning is D1SL, which is I want to say it was probably south or west, because in Japan, don't they orientate the country east to west instead of north and south? Something like that. It's something weird. It threw me off. I was like, why is it west? I thought we were south or something like that.
I don't know.
But anyways, D1SL, we're there. This is the second day I'm in Japan. Second day in Japan. Mind you, I stayed up the whole day, all night, at D1, and I just show up. I have a media vest because I'm whatever. And I have a camera. And it's at Hadashi Tengoku, the track that I flipped the car at. And
this is the day before you flipped.
Day before I flipped, right. So
you watched D1SL.
I watched. Yeah, I watched.
I'm taking that line.
Yep, exactly. so I walk up. I have this camera, and I have the vest on, I'm some pro or something like that. But really, I'm just I know what typical photographers wear at drift events. So I was just trying to I figured I was fuck it, the rules must be universal, so whatever. Yeah. They think I'm some kind of cool photographer because I'm some tall white American. So they're oh yeah, here's a media pass, do whatever you want. And I'm all
right,
okay, cool. I was they're oh, go on track. And you're I was
even better.
Yeah, fine, that's cool. So Hadashi has the entry. There's two entries. There's an outer line and an inner line, and there's this dirt island in the middle kind of thing. And they're oh, just go there, just stand in the middle and just take pictures and do whatever you want. So I'm in this middle of this the line, the outer line. So I'm there all day. Nomakin is running the event because on that side of Japan, Euros is the big tuning shop. So I think his son was driving the event with his JZX 100 and stuff like that. So I'm out there all day taking pictures.
Has a son, dude. That's crazy.
Dude. Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, it's not really that surprising. He's probably got a lot of them he doesn't know about.
True. So we, I do the whole event, and then Nomakin's on the mic, and he's trying to get my attention, and I don't speak Japanese or whatever, so I'm just trying to figure out what he's trying to talk to me about, and essentially he's just trying to ask me how big my dick is, because I'm a tall white American, right? And dude, so in front of the crowd, dude, I swear to God, in front of the whole crowd. I mean, it's a smaller event, so there's maybe less than 100 people. You're but Nomakin's yeah. So I pretty much just go stretch my arms out this big, and everyone starts laughing and stuff like that because Nomakin after I figured out, I was oh, he's trying to see how big my dick is. Yeah, it's super fucking big, And so that's D1SL for me. So then I after D1SL, I go back to the apartment and chill and go to sleep, and then I wake up the next day, and that's whenever I crash the fucking Skyline,
dude,
and then go get stitches.
This is this is 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, this is literally 3 days in Japan, and I be at the Toge all night. D1SL wrecked a car, got stitches for the first time.
Nomakin asked you how big your dick was.
No, he talked to Nomakin. It's all kinds of crazy shit. I'm dude, I can just go home now. Honestly, yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. So. All right. Okay. So now I think we backtracked enough. So now, we go back to after my stitches. I'm pretty sore because it hurt whatever.
Dude, stitches suck. I've got
Yeah,
them.
dude, you can't
Yeah.
your skin's all like tight and it's
Yeah.
healing and
Yeah.
just being bashed in the car that sucked. So
Yeah, you probably had like fucking bruises and stuff too. From
yeah,
that.
yeah, I was pretty beat up. So the next weekend, I have to go to Nagoya. So taking the tolls is like super expensive
Yeah.
in Japan. That's why you use
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, we stayed in
So
Osaka, and we went every time we go to Nara to go to N Style. It was like $30 or something
Yeah.
each way. You're like,
yeah,
fuck, man.
did y'all not buy the rail pass?
The ETC card.
Yeah, because isn't
We
it
were like borrowing a car, and I think they didn't want to pay like the $400 it would have been
Yeah.
in tolls for us borrowing
Right.
it. So like you
Yeah.
could pay and change, dude. The first time, okay, my story time. My first
Yep.
time to Japan. I went there with my girlfriend. She booked a flight to Japan because we were fighting
okay? That's
to spite me because
Oof.
she's ruthless, dude.
dude, I like it. I like her style already.
Yeah, she's like we're fighting, and then she's like, well, I bought a flight to Japan, so like see what that
Bougie.
does for you or whatever, And I was like, man. So we got better, and I was like, all right, I bought a flight too. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
We went. We did the Tokyo thing. We were like hanging out.
Right.
We were gonna go to Osaka and Kyoto and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was like, we have to go to Mahon. Like, we have to go to Mahon.
Yeah.
And I found out that the Wolfrain dudes were there,
Oh, cool.
and there was an event, and they were like, dude, come
Oh.
out. So I did all the preparation, rented a car.
Yeah.
But dog, this is like my first time leaving the country. Like, I barely left California.
I think Japan was my first time leaving the country too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
It's overwhelming.
yeah, for sure. You're like, oh, this is like kind of similar, but like
Yeah.
not
And
at
with
all.
the language
Like,
barrier, it's tough, dude.
And like
It's
Tokyo,
crazy.
Tokyo and Osaka were very different. Like Tokyo, you can kind of get around. This is my first experience in Osaka, so I
Yeah.
wake up. It's like 9:45. I wanted to wake up at 7.
Oof.
Fuck, man. Like we're already super late.
Yep.
I didn't eat anything. I get like real mad when I don't eat.
Yeah, me too. I get hangry all the time.
Yeah, so I'm like, we're on the train. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, you don't understand. Like I'm going to Michael Jordan's house. Like you don't get
Yeah.
it. Like I need
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
there. And my girl's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what's your deal? Like we'd only been together like a year or so. We get there, we're trying to find the rental car place. I'm losing my mind, dude. I get there, the rental car people like don't speak English at all.
Fuck.
I've never driven in a foreign country. I've never driven in Japan. Never
Yeah.
none of this, dude. They like put us in the rental car. We're driving. I have her navigating. We hadn't been together that long. I didn't know yet that she's the fucking worst navigator on the face of the earth. Like, had us like getting on the freeway, off the freeway, on the freeway, off the freeway. It's like 2:00.
Yeah.
Like track day is about to be over. Like I was like, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there for 10 minutes, and I'm
Yep.
just gonna be like, all right, well, sick. Because like in
Yeah.
my mind, I don't know if she didn't really understand this because she's like international traveler, but
Yeah.
like in my mind, like going to Japan felt like a once in a lifetime opportunity,
Right.
and like going to Mahon and like
Yeah.
seeing like having friends there that were like able to like get me in cars or talk to people or whatever. It was
Right. You're just like, fuck, this is my chance and I'm
this
blowing
is my
it.
only chance.
Yep.
So I was losing my shit.
Yeah.
I'm doing like 140 kph
Yeah.
in like a 70 the
Yeah.
whole way, and every time, dude, I would pull up to the fucking ETC lane without
Really?
the ETC. I didn't get the ETC card, so they'd come down and they'd be like, "What are you doing?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. Like, what do
Dumb
can I go?
American.
Can I just drive through it?" Like they're like, "No,"
Yeah.
and then they like take my money and they come down
Yeah.
with my change, and then they'd open it. I'm like, I did it 3 times, dude. Every time I was getting like more
Damn it.
crazy.
Damn it.
So like I'm like at this point, dude, like once we get past like the last one, I'm cooking. I'm like I don't care if I go to jail. It's like Mahon or prison. Like
Yeah.
like that's where
I
we're
die,
at.
I die.
Yeah, if we die, I'm sorry, you're coming with me. Like
That's
I mean, we
funny.
weren't going that fast because it's like
Yeah.
it's like 90 miles an hour or something.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
But everybody else is doing like 50 miles an hour, so it feels fast.
Zooming past them.
We get there and I like change my tone. Like I'm not like having a aneurysm anymore. I'm
Yeah,
like, dude,
sigh
I'm
of
here. I
relief.
made it. Like, I'm at Michael Jordan's house. Like, we're about to play ball, dude. We're about to
Yeah.
go one-on-one, dude. This is the shit. Except not one-on-one. It's more like he's gonna like show me how to
Yeah.
shoot free
Layup.
throws. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't dunk, so. But I got to drive. I got
that's
to
cool.
do like 3 laps in a car that got rolled over.
Oh, was it
Earlier in the
already
day.
rolled over?
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
They like jacked the roof back up with like a jack handle and another jack.
Holy shit.
Like no seatbelt, doors like flopping in the wind, helmets no strap, super loose.
Christ.
I got to do 3 laps and then they shut the session down. I was so
Yeah.
sad because I was like, dude, I was just gonna like go for it,
Yeah.
and then they like gave me the
Nah,
flag. and I
game
was
over.
like,
Yeah,
fuck.
Damn it.
But yeah, that was like my, because it was like cool. Oh, we're doing the Japan thing. We went to,
Yeah.
dude. We went to Daikokuya,
Yes.
the parking lot area.
Yep.
I didn't know how to get there. I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't really
Yeah.
know anyone in Japan at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I went before anybody on the team. We took a train. I took a cab. The cab driver was like, "You want to go here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Here." I was like, "Yeah." Here? Yeah.
Yes.
Here. Yeah. Yes. Parking area.
Funny. Yeah.
And he's like, so he drops us off. There's
Yeah.
fucking nobody, dude.
Oof.
Because we were around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And all the cops came and shut it down because it was a Bozuzoku holiday. So we're like outside and there's like people doing donuts and stuff. And like, my girl's like, I don't know. It felt like getting dropped off at like, in like, East Oakland, like at a sideshow or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's how she felt. And I'm losing
what
my
the fuck are we
mind.
doing
I want to
here?
get in there so bad because like
Yeah.
I get up to the fence and it's just a sea of like the dopest shit you've ever seen, and it's
Yeah.
packed. It's like one of those nights where it's like you can't even move in there.
Damn.
But the cops blocked all the entries and exits, and so like I'm literally like walking up to the freeway on ramp that's to the right of it, and she's
Yeah,
like losing her mind. So like this is like pretty much all of the Japan trip is me like trying to like find these things that I've been
Figure
like
it out.
yeah, like because I didn't know who to ask or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we were there for like an hour or so and like talking to people outside who couldn't get in either. Like I was like swapping IGs with like kids.
That's cool.
This dude did a like infinity swap on his like he had like a is it i30 Infinity i30, you know, like front wheel drive,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
it's like a mom car.
Yeah.
He had the Nissan version. He like had all the fucking
Sick.
USDM Infinity stuff on it. I was
Dude,
like,
I love
all
that
right, all right.
shit.
And he like loves Tupac and shit. We still follow each other. He's cool, man.
Dude, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
sick.
But
The,
like
go ahead.
that was my and I miss getting to go to the Toge because she's like you like, oh, you're just gonna leave me, like. And I was like, you can come with, but we're gonna be gone all night, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not fun. Well, like for her, it wouldn't be fun.
and they were like trying to leave like right that second, and they were trying to wait for me, and I got lost, and it was just like this whole thing. I was like, you know what, like fuck it, like
Yeah.
I'm not trying. Like I already like I'm on thin ice after my fucking meltdown on
sure.
the way to the track. So,
That
I got to-
reminds me. Go
I got
ahead.
to go to like Up Garage. We went to BC together. She thought that
That's
was
cool.
sick.
Yeah,
She
did
was
you
like,
go
oh,
to the
this
zoo?
is cool. The animals are kind of sad there, bro.
Yeah,
But
I know.
the only thing that like got her hyped, I was like, oh, that's where they shot the Frank Ocean album cover right there.
Oh yes, you. Yeah, I remember you posting
she's
about
like-
that.
Oh, that's cool. I was like, that's it. I fucking
That's all you get from it. That's
Yeah,
it.
like
She's
this-
like, oh, cool.
I was like, you know how many fucking people who know who Frank Ocean is all have also been here? Like
Yeah.
maybe 20.
It's sick.
Anyway, don't mean to derail your like.
No,
you just
no.
had me like on. I had
No, you got to get all the nostalgia back. You know,
Yeah.
it's like cool shit.
yeah.
But no, that reminds me. The 2 kids there, whenever I crashed, they found me on Facebook and added
Sick.
me. Yeah,
That's too
So
cool.
like, yeah, I don't know how they had, whatever, but they found me. But yeah, just like being lost in Japan is a whole nother thing. So, leading up to the MCR
Can't-
Kids Heart event, right?
yeah.
A friend of mine that drifts here in Texas, him and his wife had just got married and they were taking their honeymoon in Japan.
Nice.
So they were like, hey, we're gonna be in Osaka, like I want to say like Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday, something like that. You want to meet up? I know you're here in Japan. I was like, yeah, I'm drifting on Sunday or Saturday or whatever. So I hop in the Subaru, and I was like, I should have thought I should have just took the train, like, but I didn't. Like, I was like last minute plan this whole trip, all that stuff. So pretty much I just like paid for gas. I was just like, I'm just gonna pay for gas. So I just drove the Subaru from all the way from like outside Hiroshima all the way to Osaka. And like that was the coolest fucking thing. Like literally cross. It was like 5 or 6 hours, and I just like cross country drove Japan, just like me by myself, just like cruising through the mountains and just like on the highway, just like cruising through the mountains and like stopping here and there and doing whatever. So we get to Osaka, and then it's like their honeymoon, so they're just hanging out. So we're just like walking around, and they didn't have a car. They were just like taking trains and stuff around, and because they were actual adults at that time. And we go eat. We like go to this pizza place, and like this bar that like has like this small like brick oven that cooks pizza and stuff like that. And Tyler and Kelly, that's their names. We were like, I just told them, I was like, yeah, dude, I wrecked the car. Like I had posted it on Instagram or something like that, and they saw it or whatever. So Tyler was like literally telling everybody in this bar that I was like this professional driver, and like I'm in town for a race. Yeah, I'm in town for a race, and like I just wrecked this car, and like here's a picture of it and all this other stuff. So like everyone in the bar was like super excited for it and all kinds of crazy stuff. And we were just like walking around Osaka, like getting beer and gyoza, and just like
walking around Osaka drinking is the
drinking on the streets is the coolest, dude.
The best.
Yeah,
you can't really like get away with it in Tokyo, but like Osaka, they're just
Osaka's like the wild west.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're just like walking around, and we're like, me and Tyler, Kelly's like kind of into cars too. So we're like, dude, let's go find some car stuff. We're in Osaka, it's Friday or Saturday night. Someone has to be running the loop. Like someone has to be like, we have to go find the like late risers, because like the late risers is like my favorite like fucking Wangan shit, like the Civics.
Yeah, sick.
And so we're just walking around, and we see like a FRS like all kitted out like crazy like GT style. I was like, dude, wherever that guy's going, we're going. So we're walking down the street forever, and like I stop in Lawson's, and I get like we talked about these today because there's a 7-Eleven that's like opening up next to the track that we always drive at, and I'm like, dude, I wish they would have like Japanese food there, but they won't. Yeah. But my favorite thing is the sandwiches that they have. But I think the one that I like the most is the I think it's mayonnaise, ham, and cucumbers. Ooh, I think that's what it is. It's like super light and like tasty.
I always get the like I don't know, it's like meat and cheese and like lettuce one, and the egg salad one. That's like
egg salad one. I know the egg salad one is the go-to for a lot of people. It's dude, they're so good. It's so fucking good. So anyways, we're like drinking and like walking, and like we stop at this Lawson's, and I grab the sandwiches, I eat them because I'm starving. Because you pretty much just like snack the whole time. You don't you don't eat a meal. You're just like snacking. So we walk probably like a mile or two. We're just trying to figure out where we're at. And during the walk, one of the late riser cars passed us. It's
what?
Yeah,
just like it was on that, like
on the street, not on the highway, just like on the street.
You're just walking down the street. You're like, I need to find this. And then you do.
It was the I want to say it was an EG or EK, but it was the pink. It had it was white and pink, and it had late risers. I was like, I lost my fucking shit, and I was like, dude, and like we just saw them drive past, and I was like, dude, we're following them until we can't go anymore. Like we have to figure out where you're going.
Yeah.
And we just walk forever. Can't find anybody where they're going. Like no, we don't know where the meat is. No, nothing. We're like checking Instagram, can't find nothing. So we turn around, we come back, and I stop back in the same Lawson's, get more sandwiches, and eat those. And then we're like, well, fuck it, let's just go get in the Subaru and just drive C1 and just see if we can run across anybody.
Yeah.
So we just like hop in the car, and I'm driving, and we're just like trying to figure out anything. We drive the loop, and like no one's on it. I mean, this is like already like 3:00 in the morning. So like we're figuring people are like chilling out now. Like they're probably getting to the point where like they did all their shit from like 1 to 3, and 3 o'clock's like kind of late, but
Yeah.
who knows. So then we just like go back to the Airbnb after the feeling of defeat, and just go to bed. So they wind up the next day going, I think they go up north to like Kyoto or something like that to go check out the shrines, and I go to Nagoya. So I make my way to Nagoya, and I show up, and like I should have went to like MCR Factory, because at that point Yokoi, I think, had been to Texas once or twice, so I've met him.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I should go to like MCR Factory or something like that. But like I was in the like, I need to go hit all the up garages and see what I can buy and flip to make money, so that I can like try to make it worth my while for this trip, because I had no job. So I was like, I should probably try to buy some stuff here and like sell it, so whenever I like bring the shit home, I have some income. So I was just like hitting up garages and like looking for all kinds of stuff, and but it like got late, and I go get the car, this coupe. So GTR Garage provided me like this coupe. It was like a stripped out, like stitch welded chassis, like roll cage, but it had like a stock SR. It was just like some kind of like practice car.
It's kind of sick,
dude.
honestly.
It was cool. It was like,
Yeah.
I've never driven a car that was like so like solid. Like it just felt like just like solid was the easiest way to describe it. So like I go like I had to like move the seat, or like I had to like install a new seat or something like that, and like change some stuff around, and like get tires mounted and stuff like that. So by the time I finish, it's like pretty fucking late. So I'm like, dude, I got to go to sleep because I got to drive the next morning, but I didn't like book a hotel or find anything. So I'm like, I'm just trying to find where I can like stay. And I finally find one of those like capsule hotels, right?
Yeah, sick.
So
Whoa,
it's
you
like
got to stay
it's
on
like,
one of those?
yeah, so it's like $35, right?
Yeah.
So I wind up finding it. I mean, this is pretty late. I mean, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, dude. I was like dead ass tired, and I like wind up like just parking in like this expensive ass parking spot that like costs more money to park there than the hotel. It was like $40 for parking there, and it was like,
Dude, the overnight parking will get you, man.
yes, and it was like, because I couldn't find anything like close, and I wasn't gonna like walk or whatever.
Late.
So yeah, it's late.
Like,
Fuck it. So I get in the hotel, and they're like, okay, yeah, like it was like in this big like business building, and like we were on the 4th, 5th, and 6th floor. 4th floor is like where everyone is. The 5th floor is for men. 4th floor is on women, or 5th floor is on women. Don't go there. So they give me like slippers, a robe, and give me a locker, right? So, you know, I go up and I go to the bathhouse, and it's just like naked Japanese dudes all over the place. So I just drop trow, and I'm just walking dong out, and I'm just like going to the bathhouse, and I'm just showering with a bunch of like naked old Asian dudes.
Dude,
And,
dropping dong in Japan must have been fucking wild.
Dude, it was, dude, I've never like been to like a gym or anything like that, and like just like walked around butt ass naked with a bunch of dudes I don't know. But like,
that's the place to do it, I guess. You're like, I'm on vacation.
Dude,
no one knows me.
No one will ever see me again. No one knows me. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
So I just like walk in there, and like they have like 2 like I guess hot tubs on either side of the room, and then all around the edges are like these little like similar to where you like a stall where you would get like a haircut.
Yeah.
But like the sinks are like, it's like super low, and there's like little stools, and they have like the little shower handles and stuff like that. So you pretty much like sit there and bathe yourself. So I bathe myself, and then just like go and you know, go to my locker, grab my shit, and then go to the capsule. And like there's like dude, that place was so cool. It had like a little lounge, and like dudes were just like smoking cigarettes and like watching movies and shit like that. And it was like super late at night.
Yeah.
And the capsules are like, they're like just stacked. They're like too high, you know. And you get in them, and they're like, I want to say,
how do you get up to them? Is there like a ladder or something?
No, they were just, well, I didn't need a ladder, but they were just like, they're just 2 of them, like, I guess they're probably about like 3.5, 4 feet tall.
Okay.
So I just like crawled up into mine.
They're like, you get a high one.
Yeah. You get a tall one. So I just like crawl up in them, and I think they're just over 6 feet long.
No.
But if you sleep corner to corner, they're like 6.5 feet. So it's like perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just in there, like, I just like fall asleep, dude. It was like whatever. Like, I thought I was gonna be like super claustrophobic from it, but not really, dude. It was like kind of cool. It's like they're definitely like older because they start to like rule out like smoking inside indoors, you know. But,
Yeah.
like all those things are like kind of like coated with like yellow from the smoke back in the day
In the capsules?
in the capsule, dude.
Oof.
Just like maybe not in the capsule, but like it's from like just being in
People
a
smoking
smoky
in the
area.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Did
And
it
they
feel
have
like
like
I haven't like stayed at one of those. I haven't even seen those. Was it okay? This is corny as fuck. But was it? Did it feel like? Have you seen The Fifth Element?
yeah,
You know the fucking like airplane
yeah.
like the fucking like instead of like sitting in seats, you like
You
fucking
lay
roll
down,
into one of
yeah.
those. Was it like
Yeah,
that
dude.
shit?
Yeah, dude. It was
That's
cool.
what I picture it as because
Yeah,
I've
dude,
never
it's
seen it
sick.
before.
Yeah, and you just like you shut the little drape, you know?
Yeah.
Like whenever you're ready
Sick.
for bed, dude. Yeah, and it had like a small like little TV in it and stuff like that. and, like,
What?
yeah, it was cool.
That's so
It was like
cool.
totally like '90s kind of stuff, and like had like little headphone jacks so you can like listen to your
Yeah.
TV without disturbing anybody else. And yeah, dude, just like fell asleep in that thing, and then like woke up and went to YZ circuit and
Fuck.
showed up, and it was like all the MCR cars, and Tezuka was there, and it was at the time where the guy that used to drive the Kids Heart Verosa had just passed away.
Whoa. Okay.
So it was kind of like his memorial event, I think.
Whoa. Heavy.
And yeah, dude, it was pretty crazy. And Drift World Max was living in Japan at the time because he was teaching English, and he was pretty close. So he came out to the event, and like I'd met Max at Final Bout 1, like the year prior, and he had like sold his car, moved to Japan or whatever. But then I came over to Japan, and he like met up with me, and we were there, and then we were just hanging out, and it was like raining, and I'd never really like drove in the rain. Like I hate driving in the rain, but it was like kind of like slippery and like whatever. So they put me in like the essentially beginner class, right? Because they kind of split it up to let like all of the MCR guys drive by themselves, and everybody else was kind of like, you know, whatever, you can go play in the rain.
Yeah.
So I got to drive like a little bit of this like coupe, and like it didn't have AC, so it was like fogging up, and you have to drive with your windows up and shit like that because, you know, it's the rules of the track. So the thing was just like
Weird.
fogging up. So I couldn't like drive because it was
Yeah.
like fogging up, you know, so it sucked. So I drove a little bit, but not too much because I was still like shook from the crash. I was like, dude, like if I wreck this car, dude, I'm a jackass.
The whole reason I told that previous story was because I fucking crashed at Super D Matsuri, the first one, like 2016,
Yes.
when Naoki came. Second lap out, someone was like, yo, run Nexons on the front. I heard these are dope because I was trying to run like a smaller front tire so it wouldn't rub. It was like a 235, 250,
45.
215, 35, 18 front tire.
Jeez,
Terrible.
no grip.
Bad
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
I go down the front straight, plowed into the wall, and so like I'm kind of like I was shook from that.
Yeah.
And then we went to Japan right after that, and then I'm driving Mahon in this car that has like no front grip, and so like it was like
Flashbacks.
yeah, I just didn't have the confidence to like throw
Right.
down. Worst part, very worst part, similar to your like. He's a international racing driver. He's here
Yeah.
to like, you know, check it out. He rolled a car. Like this guy's
Yeah.
crazy. Was like they were like, oh, animal style. So people came to watch,
Yeah.
which
No,
like
yeah.
turned it up even more. And then I felt even, dude. Oh
Man, it's
okay.
the worst, dude. It's
Yeah.
the worst. So yeah, like I drove a little bit, but really I was just like talking, or like whenever Yokoi came over, there was an American guy that used to live here in Texas and like lives in Japan now and stuff like that. But he would come over. He's a translator, so I met him like once or twice. I knew who he was. So he was just translating for me for the whole event. So I got
That's
to like
cool.
talk to all these people, and
what?
yeah, so like that one was super easy, and then Max was there, and Max knew Japanese, so he was able to like talk to like translate for me and stuff like that. And so pretty much it was just like Max got in Tezuka's car, I think, or someone else from MCR Factory, and then I got into Kumei's car, which Kumei was like he's a younger dude on MCR. I think he drives D1 SL or D1 GP now. Like I will probably D1 SL because I think Yokoi's still doing D1 GP.
Yeah.
But he's like the I want to say back then they were saying like Yokoi was like running MCR, but like they were like Kume was training, like essentially going to be the successor of Yokoi at one point.
Whoa.
So he's like the next like MCR guy.
Yeah.
But he was like super young kid. I think he was probably like 18, 19 at the time.
Wow.
And we were just like in his car, and it was like these like 5-6 car tandems with like Tezuka, Yokoi, and like some of the MCR cars. It was just like
so
on
sick.
YZ before they shut it down and turned it into an energy farm, you know?
Oh,
And,
dude, that's the sickest.
dude, it was so cool. So we were just like in these like just in these tandems, and like YZ is just this big straight into this big like right entry.
Yeah.
And dude, it was so cool. And then the the guy who drives the Wings 21 Get Drunk R32 with MCR Factory.
Mm-hmm.
So the translator had a 4-door Skyline R32 with the RB26 in it, and Go got to drive that car and put me in it. And this dude was like clutch kicking like down the straight like a Hachi, like just beating the shit out of this car.
Sick.
And like I was like, dude, what the fuck? Because I'd only had my car for like, I don't know, maybe less than a year at that point.
Yeah.
And this dude was just like RB26, like clutch kicking down the straight, like trying to like go fast.
And the whole time you're just like, dude, I
have no idea what the fuck you guys are doing. Like, what are you doing? Like, I've never seen this before. Like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it was like unbelievable. Like after that, I was like, I can go home, dude. Like nothing like driving is gonna top what I've just experienced. Like there's no way.
Yeah.
So yeah, we leave, or like that event ends. The guy that was helping GTR Garage like took the car, so I didn't have to like do anything there. And it was like I don't know, like 6 or 7 at night, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just drive this 6-7 hours back to down south. I'll just drive back, like fuck it. So I just like hop in the Subaru and like just drive until I get tired. And then I got past like Osaka and Nagoya or whatever, whichever one's further, and I just stop at this rest stop, and I just like sleep in the car, and then just like get up the next morning and then drive down. But whenever I did stop,
This is what, like day 5?
This is probably like probably day like 8 or 9, I think, at this point.
Okay,
I had on my blog, I had tried to make a post every day. It's like day 1 in Japan, 2, 3, so all the way 30. Like maybe there might be like out of chronological order, but it's there.
Yeah.
Whenever I stopped in that rest stop outside of Nagoya or whatever, or Osaka, there was like a Lexus LS 430, like a newer one.
Whoa.
But it was like super wide body, like super cambered out, bright fucking yellow, like LED taillights. Like, dude, this thing was fucking cool. Yeah. And like I just took this like super shitty, like grainy picture that's like super blurry. But I was like so tired at the time, I didn't know like if it came out right or whatever, because I just like went to sleep.
Yeah.
But like, dude, I like pulled up some random car part, and there's like these cool ass fucking like slam Shokuton cars. Like I was like, what the fuck? And then I just wake up the next morning and finish my drive down to the apartment and just whatever. So yeah.
You never know what you're gonna find.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like I like even just walking around like the small little town that I was in, you would just like find like crazy stuff, and like everything in Japan is like walking distance, or it really, you know, like you can kind of get to stuff. And like the Lawsons,
you don't like have to have a car there.
No, you don't. Which is like
even
sick.
in like the smaller towns.
Yeah, it's like super nice. So like, I would just like after that event, I was like pretty shook, and like I didn't drive a lot, and I was like, dude, I'm way over my head. Like even like beginner people are like exponentially better than me. So I was like, okay, like I should probably like spend some more time like doing like touristy stuff or like other stuff than to like just try to like drive a lot, because like this isn't gonna be like whatever. So I like the first like 10 days or whatever, I tried to do all the drifting and stuff like that, and like it fucked it up. And so I spent like 1 week. Burst Speed Mike was driving an S14, and supposedly the motor locked up on it or something like that. So GTR Garage got another S14 SR, and they're like, hey, do you want to swap it in for us? I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? And they're like, all right, cool. Like we sent it to this shop over there. You can go talk to the guy. And it was just like this big fucking warehouse, where this like older Japanese dude was just like, he had a bunch of random stuff in there, but he was like swapping out this like motor. So I just like went over there for like 4 or 5 days and just helped this guy like swap this engine out and like tinker with this S14. And we like pulled the engine one day, and he had like an ice cream, like he had like a ice cream like icebox thing.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, oh, you want some ice cream? Like, I mean, we didn't speak our languages, right? So it was just like,
so you're like swapping a motor with this dude.
yeah, dude. It was just
English.
like, I was like, dude, this is cool. Like maybe I'll like pick up some tips and tricks on like how to like do this shit right. So
yeah,
he was like, you know, we would like take ice cream breaks while we're like pulling the, you know, fucking around with this car and stuff like that. And like we pulled the
So
transmission
wild.
out. Dude, it's crazy. We pulled the transmission off the motor. And what happened was that there was a like the little dowel pin that like lines the transmission up to the block had like fallen and like caught on the clutch and like locked the motor up. So like the motor was good and everything.
Yeah.
Mike didn't blow the motor or anything like that. So we like, just for the sake of whatever, we like swapped everything to this new motor and put it in. And I drove it around and I was like, dude, I hate this. Like I don't want to drive no S14. Like, cause that was gonna be the next car I was supposed to take to Hidashi. Was like this like super cool like Vertex kitted purple car on like, it was like Origin wheels or XT7s. It almost kind of looked like Streeter's old S14, the purple one at Mahon.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that. And I drove it around. I was like, the seating didn't feel good, and like I was like, dude, I right-hand drive. Like I was like, this isn't like, I don't really like this. Like, so I was like, I don't want to drive it. Like I'll probably just crash this one too. So I spent a week like just like trying to like figure out like Japanese tuning, you know, like just like trying to figure out, because like I'm pretty ADHD, so I like rush stuff or like get real spastic. So I was like,
I get that.
yeah. So I'm like,
there.
I was like, let me see how these guys do it, and like if there's any cool tricks and stuff like that. So I spent like a week there, and then like the last week in Japan, I was just like trying to do a lot of sightseeing. So I went to Hiroshima and like spent a long time there, like just like walking around and like checking stuff out. Or I was going to like up garages, like I would like hit the up garages daily just to check on inventory, just like scoop stuff. Like I like bought a full set of like Blitz 03s for like $600. Yeah, like they were like the 17x9 plus 35 or 32 like factory setting, like whatever.
Yeah.
Or like bought a bunch of the train handles. People love that shit.
Yeah.
Broadway mirrors, bought a bunch of that shit. I bought a bunch of I found like a bunch of Nardis. Like Nardis were like $20 to $50.
I got the
super cheap.
sickest Nardi for $80 when I went in 2016.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's like a 4-spoke one. It comes with like a leather insert for the center, and then it has like wood grain up top and on bottom.
Damn.
That's like
I've never seen the leather center.
Dude, I was like, I have to get this.
That's player shit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
It was like
I
80,
bought,
it was like $80. I was like, dude, this is mine. Like,
yeah, dude.
I put it in my girl's bag because I didn't bring enough luggage. I was like, can you please like, I'm sorry, like I know you want to get like skincare shit or whatever you want to buy, like please like help me out. It won't fit in my backpack, I'm sorry.
Damn. So I actually bought a wood grain Nardi, and it was like $30 or something like that, and like I sold it for like $300 or something because they go for like buku's money. But it was just like I bought a bunch of that stuff, and then like after I got back from Nagoya, GTR Garage set me up with Haraguchi, so I went to go 326 Power, and like met
this is a
Haraguchi.
wild trip.
Dude, it's like in retrospect, I did a lot of like crazy shit. Like they had just moved into their newer facility, I think, and they were getting ready for like Stance Nation or something like that. So like he had one of those Lexus ISFs or something like that, and he was like there was like a younger girl that was like his translator was there, so we had to like schedule it to where like she would be there when I'd show up so that we could like talk. And so he was like just showing me like all kinds of stuff, and like his engineer was showing me like their like how they build their coilovers and stuff like that, and like their shop, they had like some like, you know, there was nothing like cool, what I would think cool, but it was like all the Stance like VIP shit that he was doing at the time.
Yeah.
But he did
Like
he
the
did have
like the
a
Volkswagen Jettas
yes,
and shit. That
yeah,
they were
yeah,
doing.
yeah, like the golf. I think the golf was there.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, you can take pictures, just please don't post until after Stance or whatever show he was getting ready for.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I was like, all right, that's cool. Like I got like pictures before anybody else kind of thing. I thought that was pretty neat. But he gave me like a bunch of like keychains and stickers, and like I bought a shirt. Like he had just come out with these shirts, and they had 326, and like on the kanji or whatever, it was like crazy or something like that, I want to say. And I was telling the story of me at Hadashi, and I rolled the car. And so I was like, yeah, I want to buy a shirt. And he was like, yeah, take this one. And it was number 2. And he was like, too crazy. You're too crazy because you crashed the car. And I was like, oh, dude, that's cool. Like, thanks, dude. So he had just got the shipment of shirts in, and he like went and found my size and that like too crazy, whatever. And he gave it to me. I was like, dude, thanks. But yeah, he had like a really cool like 350Z that was like super dumped, and like had these like crazy titanium pie cut like double looped exhaust and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, that's my daily. Like, like damn, dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, like went and like just met him, and then did a bunch of
a 350Z out there is like big boy shit.
Yeah, dude, back then they're hella expensive.
Yeah, I think it's because of the big like engine size.
Yeah, I think more taxes on it.
Big displacement.
It's
Yeah, so it's like it's a baller vehicle.
Yeah, it's like not your peasant.
I just found out that motor was made by Renault. I didn't know that.
The VQ.
The VQ, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like I think it's supposed to be like on the Nismo 350s, the exhaust or whatever is like tuned by Yamaha or something like that.
That's cool.
So it's kind of like what they did with the Beams motors,
Yeah.
Like they had Yamaha come in and tune to give it a distinct noise.
No, on the Beams they did the head work.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yamaha did?
Same thing with like the 1J ZVVTI and like the early 1J. That was Yamaha came in.
Yeah.
Like there's like a little on the original 1Js, there's a little like Yamaha plate.
sticker? Yeah.
Yeah. That's because they like worked on the head.
Yeah. Like the see, I used to have a 350Z, so I know all this nerdy stuff, but they also did on the I want to say the version 3, the last version of the Nismo on the 350s, they have like these crazy like, well, not crazy, but these extra like braces or like dampeners like on the chassis that are both in. They're all like Yamaha tuned, so it's like Yamaha like went in and like re-stiffened the chassis.
Whoa.
It's like crazy. Yeah, it's like I didn't even know Yamaha did that kind of shit. But like
I didn't either.
Yeah, it's like
I know they
cool
tuned
shit.
the exhaust for like the IS or the what is it? The LFA. They did
LFA,
the LFA
yeah.
exhaust too.
Yeah.
I think they did part of the motor too, but
Yeah, dude, that car is really sick.
yeah. I wouldn't mind one of those.
Fuck yeah, I would love one of those. That or one of those what's the new one, the LC 500 or something like that.
Sick.
That's the real super to me.
Yeah.
Like
all right, dude. You know what, dude? Okay, I look at D1 now, and I'm like, oh shit, all these motherfuckers are on my hype, dude. It's like a BMW chassis with a 2J in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I get you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, they're biting your clout, bro.
I was watching.
Do what Palmer does.
I was watching D1. I was like, game recognized game, you know?
Yeah, real recognized.
Those things are
real,
fast,
baby.
dude.
Dude, yeah, they shitting and getting. They're so fast.
I'd drive one. I was looking.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy one. But
Window shopping?
Yeah, window shopping for sure.
Dude, that's so funny.
Once I get my fucking Manscaped fucking lawnmower ads on here, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Then I'm
sell
gonna buy
out.
one. Yeah. Once I sell out, I'm gonna buy one quick.
Raid Shadow Legends. You got to get that ad. Everyone gets that one. That's sick. Dude,
The Cash App or whatever, dude.
Yeah, Cash App.
Dude,
yeah.
The Cash App can cash me the fuck out, dude.
Sure fucking can. You buy the rights and everything. I don't fucking care. So get on that Spotify, that Joe Rogan like $50 billion contract.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that. But you know
what,
with
that
dude?
attitude.
Someday, you know.
One day.
One day.
I
don't know. It's been fun so far.
Yeah.
It's been pretty much just talking to my friends and putting it on
the
internet.
It's sick, right?
Yeah.
That's the best thing, dude. That's why I did the Losi thing, just because I like talking. I just like.
I mean, you didn't get to do much, but that's cool.
Well, I mean, like, it was
I'm sorry, dude.
No, dude, I don't know, because people ask me all the time, like, dude, I can't believe you did that.
What was it like? Like, are people like? Because I feel like, did anybody like come at you sideways for that?
No, no one like. So I want to say like whenever I like okay, so there was like a big draw like divide years ago.
Yeah,
That was like the Lone Star guys and the Stance JDM fanboys, us, right? Kind of thing.
yeah,
And so there was like always bickering online and like, shit posting and arguing and stuff like that until it finally like it didn't feel like there's many of us left.
yeah,
And so we just kind of like separated away, we just kind of like if we did go to a Lone Star event, we kind of just stuck to ourselves because we didn't like want to deal with that negativity kind of shit.
yeah,
Or we the final bout stuff, or that we would just go to like random events and just kind of like stick by ourselves, and just kind of
yeah.
like whatever. But like I've talked to Aaron multiple times from then to now, and like I don't have any beef with him or anything like that. Like everyone seems to like hate the guy, but like I don't mind him,
I mean,
like
he said his piece, and you,
yeah,
like,
like everyone has
were
their
there for it.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is, and like I've come to realize like anything he does doesn't affect me, and I'm sure anything I do doesn't affect him. So like
No.
like it doesn't really matter. Like he whatever. So but I knew like his crowd, right? Like the Lone Star crowd. Like if I
Yeah.
came in to the conversation, really trying to defend my piece or anything like that, I was just gonna get fucking slayed. I just knew it from the get go, right? So my thing was just like I just want to be open minded and kind of like quote unquote kill him with kindness, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Well, you did
So
that for sure.
yeah, so I just like
You kind of just like let him say his piece, and you're like,
yeah,
yeah,
so yeah,
you
so
know,
I just yeah. So I just kind of like I knew that if I played that card essentially, that it would people wouldn't have anything on me to attack me like on the internet.
Yeah.
And so it's either that or like no one would watch it because it would be boring and like nothing would happen of it. I didn't think he would get like a lot of backfire like he did.
I was actually surprised.
Me too, dude. And
I was surprised because for some reason, I feel like the people who he was like seemingly saying like don't get seat time or whatever is like kind of a relatively small group of people, but apparently not, man. Like,
yeah, but like it was like I don't know because
there was a lot of illogical fallacies in some of those points, but
right.
It's whatever,
Yeah, and like that's what I was like, dude. There's like too many layers. Like you have to be. It's a very broad statement. Like whatever. But like, me and the boys, we've talked about it multiple times over and over. And I like the more we talk about it, I'm like, oh yeah, like I could have like said this at this point or whatever. Like the whole seat time thing is like kind of silly to me because
yeah, he said 20 times, and I was like, bro, that's saying that you drive once a year and they drive once every 20 years. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like, and like honestly, bro, you're throwing events. Like you have Knuckle Up going on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it seems like you guys are having events like every 2 weeks, every week, every once a month. Like what is it?
It's
like
once a month. It's once a month now, and
but it seems like you guys are driving more than that.
Well, we had the
because that speed sports track.
Yeah,
seems like it's popping off.
Yeah, so speed sports.
Nacho, right? Like Nacho.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So like I share a shop with him.
Yep.
The homie.
Yep.
He's like, man, I left Houston and now all the boys are driving like twice a week, twice a month. Like he's like it's sick. He's like, dude, they're getting runs in. They're giving me shit. I was like,
Yeah, it was crazy. Like we had driven there like last year, 2019 in February, I think.
Yeah, that shit looks fun, man.
Yeah, and it was like we just kind of like one of our drift buddies knew the guys that was running the time attack there. And he was like, hey, I can have a few drifters out there. So it was like me, Zach, Andrew, and our buddy Brad. Brad was the one that got us in. So we just like drove that day, and it was like 15 minutes for time attack, 15 minutes for drift, and we just rotated the whole day. And it was like, we just drove all day, dude. It was sick because you had enough time to cool down or whatever. Yeah. And me and Zach just posted some clips on it, and Ilya Simba hit me up, and they're like, dude, what's up with this track? Like, you know, what's it all about? And I was like, well, like, they won't have us back out there. Like like, whatever, it was kind of like a one-time thing. And then later last year, later in 2019, Ilya was like, dude, like, I want to throw final bout in Texas. Like, can we do it at Speed Sports? And I was like, dude, we can try. Like, we can try to whatever. So we just kind of like me, Ilya, and Alan, the owner of the track. We just kind of like Ilya, worked and I tried to help as much as I could, and they kind of got it all set up.
Ilya did his thing.
Yeah, he did the Russian shuffle, and he did his thing, and then we had it, and I was like trying to like Ilya had me included in a lot of stuff, so I kind of built that connection with Alan. And then they threw final bout, and
it went well. It seemed like
it was cool. Like I mean, there was a lot of like
Slim Thug came. You hung out with
Slim
Thug.
Thug. I dapped him up. We were chilling. He's my boy.
I couldn't believe that, dude.
Dude, sick, right?
Yeah.
And so we just kind of did that, and like it was pretty much like everyone's first time driving that track. So like we get a lot of criticism for like that event. Like the quality of driving isn't good, but like Texas, at least for my group of drivers, like my friends and stuff, we're not known for driving, dude. Like, sorry, that's just how it is. Like, we're not.
There was some good driving though.
Yeah, I mean, like Garage Power Moon is really good.
Cool.
The brake shift guys are good.
Yeah.
Silhouette's been driving for like a decade. So like
that was the thing that was frustrating for me with the whole like Losi like thing. It's like, dude, like Nacho's on Silhouette, they drove final bout, but like Nacho used to like rip. Yeah. Like Lone Star events, like he like beat most of the dudes that you're talking about. So it's like it's kind of this like I get what you're saying, but like man, there's definitely like exceptions to everything.
Right. Right.
It's
so
like
you can't generalize.
And like don't sell yourself short, dude. You like Zach Triggs is like getting up on people's doors and stuff.
Oh, Zach is definitely
way
the
too
king.
nice a car.
Yeah, he's the king of speed sports. Like we've been trying to treat it since we drive it so much. It's so corny, but it's like Team Burst at Mahon. Like we want to be like that group at like speed sports where like that's our track, and like we can just like
drive as much as
stack them. We can just stack them as much. So yeah, dude. And
so like that whole every point that has been, it's like, dude, you guys are trying to drive. You're trying to get better, and like
we're just not vocal about it. We're not going to be like posting up and saying, hey, like. Come to my event and we'll outdrive you or like anything like that. We're
just kind of weird, man.
Yeah, we're just letting our actions speak for ourselves, essentially. So, anyways, after the final bout,
I don't mean to like bring that back. No. It's just
it's fine. I like talking about it because I think people, they just like grab a glimpse of the conversation,
right?
And they just like take the wrong part and run off with it. So I feel it's like my duty to like really explain those situations in the story.
Yeah,
and just like, hey, look, like this is what it's about.
Yeah.
So anyways, we did final bout, and like, man, I was like cooked after final bout, like helping out, like, having people at my house and like having like a set up final bout shop at my work. Cause I have this big warehouse that we have.
Yeah.
And like we were shipping, I was like, dude, I was cooked. I did not want to throw events. Like it put like a bad taste in my mouth. Like I was low key mad at like, Ilya and Simba. Like I was like, dude, fuck these guys. Like, I don't want to work with them anymore. Like, I'm tired. Fuck drifting. I didn't even want to drive anymore.
Yeah.
And
dude, it's a lot of work, man.
It is, dude.
Throwing
it really is. And
like...
I commend those dudes because like Ilya was like, man, you gotta keep the ball rolling. Like you got a good community here. You can start building shit up. Like you can really get this place going. I was like, yeah, dude, nah, I don't want to do that. Nah, I'm good. Like
That's not
I
me,
don't
dog.
have the time for that shit. Like, nah, not at all. And I'm a pretty much an asshole. Like I don't like take directions. Like I want to do it on my terms. So maybe that rolled in there. But like, dude, I was being pretty mean to Ilya, and I think I've apologized to him a couple times, but I just felt so bad. I was like, dude, I don't like, nah, just go to California. Like get the fuck out of Texas. And yeah, dude, I just feel so bad. But I love those guys. So anyways,
whatever, dude.
After a couple, like that was the beginning of March, and like COVID happened, right?
Yeah.
And so the track was struggling, and so Alan, the track owner, was having like these open track days. Like he would just do from 10 to 2 open track on Wednesdays for $40. It's a $10 an hour. You can go drive. So someone it was always also on Sundays. Like you could pay I think maybe it was like $100 all day on Sunday. Oof. And then $40 for Wednesday events. So from like, or no, I'm sorry. It was, you could buy a membership for $100 and then pay the $40 to come drive. and then or it was like $20, dude. It was like stupid cheap, dude. It was incredibly cheap. So from like April to May, like 6 weeks, we probably drove like 8 to 10 times. We drove like every Wednesday and like almost every Sunday. It was crazy. So like,
That's a lot of driving.
right. So like Harris, he drives the Corolla on my team.
Mm-hmm.
Like his like first event was Final Bout. Like he'd driven the Corolla like a couple times, but like I was like, bro, I'm not gonna like have you not like sit out on the event. Like I'm throwing you in there.
That was his first event driving that car or driving in general?
Driving that car with that motor. Like he had just swapped in a 20 valve from the 16 valve.
Okay.
And so like
He's got some
like,
cool cars, man. I don't know what he's
dude,
up to, but like
he's a rich Jewish guy. That's it. He got old Jew money. That's all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's sick. I give him shit for it all the time. That's all. His parents
Good for
are great.
him, dude.
Yeah, I'm their adopted son
like,
whenever he fucks up. So like, I get it. Once he fucks up enough, dude, I'm rolling in it.
There you go.
So, what were you say? Is he what?
Oh, his 911's so nice.
Oh yeah. He
TEs.
has that. Have you seen his Panamera?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, he works at a Porsche shop now. Like he runs a Porsche shop.
Oh,
so,
okay.
like,
That makes a lot of sense. Then.
Yeah, he bought the. I always fuck him up. He bought the 993.
I think it's a 993. He's got like he's got those like crazy like race car windows and stuff. Like it's like,
the whole car's like gutted, caged, has a built motor. Like it's crazy.
Whoa.
But yeah, he bought the 993 to like as like if I'm gonna work at this Porsche shop, like I should probably have a Porsche. And then he had that.
That's
Prius.
the one he picked.
Yeah, he bought that one, right? He's an idiot. And then he had this like aim gain Prius on like air on those areas and shit like that. He parted that out and bought a Panamera and put that thing on TEs too.
Yeah.
And so anyways,
honestly, like I love the Prius, but the Panamera on TEs is pretty hard.
Dude, side note.
Also, I bet rolling around with that with your friends is like pretty great.
Dude, the thing has like 550 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy. It's like tuned. It has some bolt-ons on it.
Yeah.
The TEs that he got, they came orange, and when they stripped them, they were bronze underneath. But the bronze was fucked up. So he got them done in silver. Dude, we were so fucking livid because like he was looking for bronze TEs in Porsche sizing.
Yeah.
Couldn't find them.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm just going to snag these. These are cheap. They're like green or bright OS orange, and he'll just get them redone.
Yeah.
And he stripped them, and it was like
they were bronze.
Yeah, he was like, fuck. So anyways,
whatever.
That car is like super cool. Yeah. But anyways, the Corolla was like the first like, his like first. I mean, he drove a couple times, but I think that was probably like maybe the first time on track, if I remember.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, it was pretty crazy. We threw him in the fire. We didn't place like where we wanted to as being like the host team. We felt like pretty ashamed and like embarrassed and shit like that. So I was pretty much fed up with drifting and like all that other shit. So, anyways, after we doing the quarantine drift, after like we were driving so much, like everyone got like exponentially better. Like, Fat Cats, Essence, Oblivion is the young squad that's here in Houston. Like everyone, like we just all been driving together, and everybody got like exponentially better, like super good, at least to our standards, right? And so the guys were like, "Dude, Jim, you should like." Really start hosting events. Like you got to do it. Like they call me the ambassador because like I'm always the one that's like talking to people or like
shaking hands, kissing babies.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, dude, like if this is what everyone wants, I will be more than happy to give it a shot. So I like we had like an event, and the track owner was like he would like call me after these events because he had my number from working with Final Bout. He was like, hey Jimmy, like how can we improve drifting here? Like, what do we need to do this, that, and the other thing? And it wound up being like, maybe we need to put extensions on the track and stuff like that or whatever. So he had called me one day and he goes, hey, like you guys said y'all wanted to help out. I was thinking maybe if everyone just donated $100, I'd use that money to put extensions on some of the turns so that whenever we're not dirt dropping and tearing up the track. If we do that a couple times, I'll let you guys drive free, and I'll use the money to improve the track for drifting. And I said, fuck that, dude. Why don't we just run an event and all the money that you get from the event, like I will give you all the money and you just make the improvement to the track. And so he's like, yeah, I can do that. I was like, all right, cool. So like I hit up like 40 people. I wanted to do like two events with like 30 people. and
Yeah.
that would have covered the cost for all the track improvements.
Right.
And so he was like, well, you know, you could probably fit like 40 drivers on it. I was like,
Like, nah.
fuck. I was like, all right, cool. Let me see what I do. So I just like went through like
Yeah.
the list of all like what I consider the cool cars in Texas. And I was like, hey, dude, like I have this opportunity. I'm going to hold this event. You know, it's going to be like a private day kind of thing. It's just like money towards the track, but you know, it's going to be run by me, all this other stuff. So like 24 hours, I had 40 drivers paid, ready. And I just like go to the track owner and I'm like, boom, here you go. Like, here's $4,000. Like, do what you need to do the track. And he was like, okay, cool. So he got like people out there the next day and like put extensions on like majority of the track, so that like it like made it easier like on entry and like some of the turns and stuff like that.
Because it is like a little narrow. Was it like a kart track before?
Yeah, it's a go-kart track. It still is. It's like a shifter kart track, like a professional shifter kart track.
Yeah.
And they run like the moto,
That's what Grange is.
yeah, and they run like the miniature Moto GP stuff on there too, and stuff like that. And so they
do like they do the what are they called? Like the super motard bikes and stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. And like this place has like garages, and like he runs like a racing school out of the place. Like it's a multi-million-dollar facility, dude. And then they have like another go-kart track that's like for just like gas-powered go-karts for like the whatever
dirt ones.
No, they're just like
Really?
It's on another track. It's another paved track, and it's just like a go-kart track, like kind of like a K1 or whatever, but outdoors.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that. So it's like it's a
smaller.
pretty It's like it's a pretty big facility, and
cool.
it's pretty fucking cool.
It's
So
sick
anyways,
that they're like yeah, bring on the drifting
yeah,
stuff. Like, keep that coming back.
Yeah, exactly. It's like pretty fortunate, and they were like, the guy Alan was like, I was like, we did the first one. He was like, wow, you got 40 drivers like that fast? I was like, yeah, dude. Like, you know, I know a lot of people, and I want to like have cool events, like events I want to do, and like just create the like miniature final bout. I mean, that's the easiest way I sum it up, right? Because it's like that's what I like, so that's what I want to like have. And so he was like, wow, okay. And so we had the first one, and it went off like he said that was the best event he's ever had there. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, no one really went off, and like the track didn't get teared up, and the cars were nice and all that other stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Like, I mean,
We're on to something.
yeah, like Lone Star's been there, Final Bout was there. He's like, no, this is by far the easiest and best event I've ever had. I was like, okay, well, if you want to continue this, like, let's talk. Like, you know, I can develop like a series or an event, and we can just do these. And so pretty much it was like, yeah, do what you want, like whatever you want. Have the keys to the place. You can do whatever you want. I was like, okay, well, here we go. So like we sat there and
Like, I don't want to do this, and then it's like,
yeah, dude, I feel bad
like,
because
everybody's like, man, you got to do this.
Yeah, because I feel bad because I literally told Ilya no, and then I was like, Ilya tried to like talk to the Fat Cats to see if Fat Cats would do it. And Fat Cats are like, dude, we like Josh and Mike, they run EMG, this European shop, like this car shop that they do like performance stuff and like repairs and all that stuff. So it's like a full car shop. And
I remember when one of them had like the boxy E-Class on like what wheels was it on? I don't know, but I saw that on like Tumblr and I was like,
yeah, back in the day, yeah.
I was like, damn, what is that thing?
It's sick, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they were like, you know, they really wanted to, but like they were like, dude, now we're like, you know, Josh has a daughter and Mike is like, they're running the shop, so like they can't devote that kind of time. They threw some events the summer prior and some events, and it was just like practice, like just kind of like invite only. You know, it was like fairly cheap to rent out this like police academy training track thing.
Yeah, what's up with that one? Is that one like?
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's like 2 blocks from my work. Like I can literally like walk there if I want to, but it's pretty much just like it's what I would consider it would be a cool place to have in like a Matsuri, right? If you want to invite like a shitload of people and really get down, like that's the track to do it at.
Because it's a little more expensive.
No, it's cheap. It's dirt cheap, dude. It's super cheap, but it's just like it just can hold a lot more people.
Yeah.
And they don't really give a shit about the track because it's a cop. It's like cops are just like they're like practicing pit maneuvers on people and like pushing them out in the grass and shit like that. So like they don't care. I mean, if you fuck it up bad enough, they'll ask you to like clean the shit up. But it's not like a multi-million-dollar go-kart track that's like purposely built for go-karting. You know,
sick. All right.
Like the police academy.
The line's just not like as good or something, or
I don't know. It's like the scenery's not as good. It's not like you know, like the Speed Sports has like the tree line and shit like that. But like
It's
I don't
also
know.
I think Speed Sports is just like the one track, right? It's not like a bunch of mixed match
Yeah,
stuff
it's not
in
like
between.
it has like a bunch of other configurations and stuff like
Got
that.
it,
So
got
it's
it.
kind of like, I don't know. I mean, it's fun. It really is, but like it's it's just not visually appealing, I guess. At least for me. I mean, it's fun to drive, but it's definitely not like a track. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
Speed Sports is more of a track. It's
right.
more fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mike and Josh were like, I don't think we can do this. We got business and we're booming and we're trying to get on that. So, I even told Ilya, I was like, yo, go ask Kevin. Kevin's super passionate about drifting. He might be young, but like he has the reach to the younger crowd, and maybe he can do something. But I don't think Kevin was really that interested either. So we kind of just
It's a
like
lot.
let
It's a
shit.
lot of work,
It
man.
is a fucking lot of stuff. So it pretty much just like died for like a month and a half until we started doing this COVID stuff. And then the guys were like, yeah, just try it. I was like, okay, cool. So it just worked out. And now like, I just like after the first one, I pretty much was like, this thing needs a name. And
Yeah, I like the name. It's cool.
thanks, dude. Andrew came up with it. Like we were just like brainstorming stuff and like,
Actually, almost one of the names I almost picked for the podcast was Knuckle Down.
really?
Yeah,
Dude, that's sick.
yeah,
Well, like I was like trying to think of something funny and clever and like we always like get these spurts of like we see you guys like animal style like driving really hard. We're like, fuck it, let's raise our cars, let's get with those shit. Like, let's
yeah,
do this. Like we want to drive like that.
yeah.
And it was like getting tough, like, something like that. And knuckles are like the quintessential part for drifting, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a pun, play on words and like a pun
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So like Andrew was like, dude, just call it Knuckle Up. I was like,
I like the logo, like the driving glove with Knuckle
dude,
Up. Like
sick, right?
the name by itself, it's like oh, okay, that's kind of punny or whatever. But
Yeah.
with like the logo and all the branding and stuff, it like really pops off.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Andrew came up with the name, and I was like, dude, if you're okay, I'm gonna use that name. Like, I really like that name a lot. And he was like, yeah, dude, I don't care. I was like, all right, cool, that's what it is. Like, and usually like
It's
a lot
hella
of the names,
Texas too, like a little bit.
yeah, dude, right? And
Yeah.
I was like, I just like as soon as he said that, I slept on it and woke up, and then I like immediately had the image like the driving glove with the fist. Like I knew exactly
Yeah.
that. I wanted that as the logo. I wanted red, white, and blue for Texas.
Yeah.
And like I just like everything just had clicked, and I was like, this is what it is. Like I know this is gonna work. This is what
Yeah.
I'm gonna run with. So I hit up Michael D Magic, our boy. And I
Yep,
was like,
the
yo,
man.
look, I have this idea. Like I know you're probably busy or you don't want to fuck with me anymore, but like I have this idea. I'm starting these drift events. I want to call it Knuckle Up. I want to like essentially I was like, I just want the shirts tucked in glove, like the Casey's glove.
Yeah.
Like I really like that design. I would like that with Knuckle Up across the knuckles. Like that's it. And he was like, okay, yeah. And he like whipped it up. It was perfect. And we like changed the colors and stuff like that. And like he did the cool font. Like the font's like exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
I was like, it was just like
He's like
boom,
the
boom, boom.
He's like the branding overlord.
Dude,
of
he's so
drifting.
good. And he was like, dude, I always feel bad for hitting him up or asking him for stuff or just like chit chatting because I always feel like the dude's like super fucking busy all the time.
He had a good time when he came out to visit. He like
Yeah,
talk,
dude.
he talks
Yeah.
about he's like man, they like put me up, like
Dude,
we chilled,
good.
we ate, like they didn't let me pay for nothing, dude. It was
Nah,
like
dude, I
it was
can't,
like that
dude. I'm
southern
like-
hospitality.
Yeah, I can tell those stories too. But yeah, like just knocked out the logo and stuff like that, and just like went on with it, and it's been working. Like it's fun. Like we're just trying to stay in our own lane and not do stuff that we're not. Like I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the guys are getting the itch for competition, but I got to figure out how I'm going to do that because those guys,
Yeah.
just like a friendly kind of thing because we don't
Yeah.
have any like sponsors, so I can't like offer like items or
Prizes
money or
and-
stuff
yeah.
like that. So it's pretty much
Yeah.
just for like clout.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Michael, yeah, he came out to Texas. That was cool, dude. I'm glad he did because I was like, I don't know. Sometimes I get like this, like I'm on some big dick shit, so let me like see how like boss shit I can do real quick. So I was like, fuck it, I'll fly Michael out. Fuck it, I'm gonna have him do it because like he was like at that time I think he had only done y'all stuff and maybe Naoki's. He might have done, or no, he did. Who did he do? Taka's maybe. He collabed with Taka over there in Japan
And did
at that time.
Julian's.
Yeah, and so I don't know. Whenever I first talked to Michael,
He done like why am I forgetting his name? Man, that's messed up. Wow, dude, it'll come back to me.
Okay, well think
He,
about it because
it's
I
like
can't remember either.
one of the only like cool down ass FD drivers. Jeff Stonebeck.
Oh yes, he did
Jeff
Stonebacks.
Stonebeck's
Yeah, which
car.
I didn't
Yeah.
even like realize back then.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't either.
Yeah. So yeah, Jeff. So yeah, I was like, Michael at one point was like, dude, I've always loved Essence. Like y'all are like the coolest cars and stuff like that. And I think he primarily knew about Justin's S14 back in the day.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I talked to him a couple times and we joked
I mean,
around.
he's from Atlanta. It's not,
Yeah.
like, how far is that from Texas? That's not that far, right?
14, 16 hours.
Okay, so
It's pretty far.
I'm pretty bad with.
Yeah, it's way on the East Coast. It's way out there. It's pretty
Yeah.
far. Maybe like 12. I don't know. But yeah, he was like, I'd like talked to him a couple times, and I was like, he did the render for Justin's S14. The Koki S14 he had, and then like just never happened. It like never materialized. And I was like, dude, that livery is too good not to do. Like it has to be done. So.
Yeah.
I hit up Michael after my car was painted, and I was like, hey, dude, like, if you want to put it on it, we can do it. And he was like, no, dude, your car's too clean. And then I swear to God, it was like 2 days later. He was like, so about that livery, you want to do it or not? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
It came out good. I actually really liked it.
Thanks, man. I was like, dude, like, if you do it, I want to treat it. It's so gay. I want to treat it as like Nakai, like the RWB shit. Like, the artist comes and installs it. Like that's what I want.
Yeah.
Because I'll never buy a Porsche and do all that shit.
I think that's like kind of what changed him into like wanting to do all of them. Because before that, he kind of like did them here and there.
Yeah.
Or like he like was like a part of installing them, but then like after he came out and did yours, then now he like does them.
Yeah. So
depending on like who it is or where it's going.
Right.
Or whatever.
And like I was talking to Joe, Canada Joe Pachone. And Joe was like, yeah, Michael's doing mine too. I was like, oh, cool. Like, are you going to fly him out? He's like, yeah, I think he's going to fly out and do it. I was like, all right, cool. Like, let's make sure we don't overlap or whatever and stuff like that. But I guess Joe never got Michael out there. Like, he had Martino, I think, do it or something.
Still came out good.
Yeah, it came out great. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna fly Michael out, like whatever. I was like, dude, yeah, like I want you here in Texas installing it in my garage. Like I think that would be the coolest fucking thing, and like that's an awesome story to tell for the rest of my life. And so yeah, he's like, I pretty much was like, I want something more classic. Like I'm not too big of a fan of like the printed like vinyl and stuff like that. I've always been like the chrome vinyl guy. Like I always love chrome vinyl, double layer shit like that.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, I want you to do something that's like out of your comfort zone. Like, I don't want like what you've been doing. Let's change it up. Let's try to do something different. And he was like, oh, thank you. Like, he was like, this is gonna be cool. I was like, cool, dude. Like, run with it. I want you to like use my car as a canvas and just like do whatever you want.
That's kind of like what you got to do with him, man. He's like that. He's like that, like hard to get to, like tattoo artist or graffiti artist. Or like whatever. You know?
Yeah. I always feel awful. Like just even like. Just trying to like chit chat with him, you know, like just to see how he is and stuff. But like,
nah, dude,
it's probably not even like that. It's probably
it's not like that at all.
I know. So yeah, we brought him out and like, he just like died sweating in my garage because it was like 100 degrees with 99% humidity. But he got it all done, and we ate barbecue, and I think we probably ate some tacos and drank some beer and just hung out and just like did the whole damn thing and just try to treat him right. So it was cool.
I really wanted to come for a final bout.
South. Yeah.
I was like actually gonna bring my car, and then I goofed, and then I was gonna come hang out because I got pretty close with Nacho and stuff because we like share a shop. So I was like, he was gonna debut his car there and like with all the boys and stuff. So I was gonna stay with them, and I was like, I don't know, something happened. He couldn't make it because like some it's something with the tune. I think. Oh no, I can't remember.
Dude, it feels like forever ago, but it was only like 5 months ago.
Yeah, it was not that long ago.
It wasn't not even 6 months ago. It's crazy.
I still got to spend my Southwest credit from my flight I booked.
That's funny. No, I didn't know you were going to try to bring your car. That would have been really cool.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna come there. I'm gonna bring my car to Houston eventually. John, I got, like one of my really close homies lives in Austin.
Okay,
and like
Austin's like 2.5 hours. It's quick.
Yeah, he's never been to a drift event.
Yeah,
but like we've been boys since like first year of high school,
Oh, cool.
and like he's like one of my like really OG friends, and
Yeah.
like
Before the fame.
yeah, man,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
no,
I know.
he's like a Marine,
Ooh.
or he's no
Tight.
longer like
In service, but he's
in service. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't know, he's a good dude, and
that's cool.
I want him to like check it out. So I'm gonna be
No,
like, hey,
dude, for
bro,
sure.
I'm in Houston. Like,
Yeah.
come ride with me. See,
Dude,
see
that's
what I've been
sick.
working on.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That'd be awesome. Yeah,
And I have some like other friends out in like Dallas and stuff too. So
yeah, that's nothing. Like the Knuckle Up events, like we have the Getaway Boys, which is like for the guys in Dallas. They come down all the time for the events. Austin, San Antonio, like everyone comes down, but like
yeah, it's all like a 3 hour like triangle.
yeah,
pretty
it's
much,
like
huh?
yeah, it's like the trifecta. So it's like 3 hours to San Antonio, like 2.5 to Austin, 3 hours depending on which side of Houston you are, and like 4 hours to Dallas. So like it's pretty quick for everybody. But John Ruiz was bugging me to come drive.
I know this COVID stuff has me like really tempted to just be like, yeah, I'm, like
Yeah, just like
drive on the week, or like do the tow on the weekend, and then like
Yep.
work out there for a minute. And
yep.
then, like,
If you can work remote and just like yeah, and then like a lot of Chicago people want to come, like Tracker wants to come, Josh RevGavs, Josh always wants to come. He has his I think his younger sister lives here in Houston,
oh,
so he has like family here. Like
yeah,
I know Simba wanted to drive, Ilya got to drive and stuff like that, but like Alan, the track owner, is friends. Well, so Alan, the track owner here at Speed Sports, is friends with the guy who owns Pat Acres.
what?
Yeah, because they're go-kart guys, right?
That's crazy. Okay.
So Alan knows that Pat's has these like crazy like 2-3 day like party events,
Dude, I heard some stories about the last
Bro,
one, man.
I saw some shit about that, man. That place is wild. So Alan was like, yeah, if you want to do some of those events, you can. And I was like, okay. So like whenever I started the Knuckle Up stuff, I was pretty much just like getting the scraps of days because the calendar had already been filled.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever. But next year, I think I'm gonna probably have like 2 or 3 2-day events throughout the year.
Yeah.
So those are going to be the events that hopefully I can have, like, if you guys want to come out, or like people from like further out of town can come in and really
Yeah.
make it worth your while, instead of having like just a Sunday where you have to like drive, like come in, drive for like,
Yeah.
on a Sunday and then leave kind of thing. So
Yeah. If I'm going that far, it's got to be 2 days.
right, absolutely, it's not
And
worth
I'm
the
trying
1
to
day
hang out and eat some barbecue for like
Right, no,
a couple
absolutely,
other
yeah.
days.
Exactly. So
I do love me some barbecue, man.
Dude,
And then
we
like
got some
California
spots.
California
You
goes
know?
down like a little bit, but like it's not
Yeah.
the same.
yeah, we
Yeah.
got some stuff. The
It's
guys
not
always
even
bitch,
close, dude.
the guys bitch about me because whenever we have out of town people, like I don't know how well their like barbecue taste buds are. So there's this place called Rudy's, and it's like a barbecue chain here in Texas.
I've
kind of
had
thing.
it.
You have it? Okay.
Mhm.
So like one of the like a podcast that I listen to, they talk about Rudy's like all the time, and they that's what they do. These guys, whenever people come into town, they'll take them to Rudy's, and they're like, we take people to Rudy's because it's what you're gonna get, and they're consistent. So it's always like a B+, A- barbecue. Like
Yep.
it's solid barbecue, right? But if you go to like maybe like a little bit better place, right? Sometimes it's hit and miss depending on the person, but usually Rudy's is like a pretty like general barbecue place. So like Kevin and those guys always like give me shit because we took like Michael to fucking Rudy's, and he loved it. He thought it was
It's
good,
good.
but he was like, no, bro, we gotta take him to so and so place or whatever. And it's like, bro,
Yeah.
like, let me just try to get by. I gotta get like 15 other people involved, and like Rudy's just easy just to cater to that fucking shit. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, dude, come on with it. We'll bring you some. We can go to like this Mexican restaurant downtown, get some food, and like we can go to. I mean, if you've already had Rudy's, then we can go to like. There's one place that Kev loves. It's like Good Company or something like that. It's a barbecue place. I don't like their barbecue sauce, but it's pretty good. It's not too bad. It's not
Alright.
Rudy's, but sponsored. Need
I
that
went
sponsorship.
I was like doing work in like I was like by myself doing work in Kansas, Wichita,
City?
Kansas.
Oh, Wichita, Kansas. Okay.
Wichita, Kansas, and I was there for like a week or something by myself,
Yeah.
and the dude that I was working with was like, I don't know, man. I was like, let me I was like trying to take him out to lunch or whatever because he was
Yeah.
he was like from there and like he
Okay.
was like my like assistant or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, let's get some barbecue. Like, what do you like? And he like took me to a spot. He's like, it's pretty expensive though. And I was like, I got you, man. Don't worry. So we go. It was like $12, dude. And it was so good.
Really?
It was like better. Yeah, it was better than anything I ever had in California. Yeah.
That's sick.
And it was
One
like some
time-
like hole in the wall spot, and it was like,
Dude,
man,
it's always like that. It's
Yeah.
always like, it's always just the hole in the wall spots. Like, me and Harris, whenever I crashed my Skyline, I needed like spare doors, and I wound up finding some dude like in the middle
how
of
do you
like,
find those, man?
dude, I don't know. I couldn't find anything, and like, anyways, I just wound up like finding on Facebook Marketplace some dude had like imported some rusty ass like Skyline and just like partied it out. And it was a sedan and he had all the doors, and me and Harris like drove out there, and at that
Where
time
was
there
it?
was, what was that?
Where was it?
It was in LaGrange, Texas, which is like BFE. It's like pretty much in between like maybe San Antonio and Austin kind of area, like out there in the hill country we call it. And anyways, we were like at that point I had watched some video or like something about like the top 10 barbecue places in Texas. And like number 7 or 9 somewhere in there was this place in LaGrange. It was like it had some crazy name. It was like some old German name. It was like something meat market.
Yeah.
And me and Harris drive out there. We pick up the doors and then we just
You brought
go.
Harris to a German meat market, dude?
Yeah, dude, it's fucked up, right? And so we pull up to this place. It's like in Texas. Well, I don't know if it's probably everywhere, but like smaller towns, like the town square is a town square. Like the courthouse is on one side, they have a park in the middle, and there's shops like around. It's like literally a square. So in the town square, there's like this little meat market place, and it wound up being a barbecue. And we go in there and like. The guy's like, oh, how can I help you? Da, da, da. And we're like, dude, we've never been here. We saw that you're like number 9 in Texas barbecue for this year, and we were in the area. We just want to stop by. He's like, oh, okay. And he pretty much just gave us like one of everything, like let us taste everything. So like,
What?
yeah. So they
Sick.
had like 3 or 4 different like types of potato salads. So we like gave us a little bit of everything, a little bit of sausage, a little bit of brisket, a rib, stuff like that, and like a can of like orange soda. And we just ate that shit. And dude, it was by far the best barbecue I've ever had in my life. And it was just like sick. And then we just like got back in the truck and just drove back home. It was sick.
That's a good trip. You got like the best
Yeah,
barbecue
dude.
you ever had,
Yeah.
and some Skyline doors.
Yeah,
Or-
it's like you
sorry, R32 sedan doors.
fucking same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like perfect. And like that place is like me and Harris for like the last like 2 or 3 years have always been like, yeah, we could just like street drive our cars out there and like go get barbecue, but we just never have.
Yeah.
So, it's a
Like
pretty good.
we just take the Panamera, dude. It's cool.
Yeah, right. We can get there faster with the Panamera.
Yeah.
Just whipping it out there.
Yeah. What's like, I don't know, you guys like pretty, it seems like you guys have some really cool shit out there, but like Texas has always had some cool cars.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know. That's kind of always been a thing. I feel like you guys are just kind of like open to do whatever. But
Yeah.
But you guys are kind of like, as big as Texas is, you guys are kind of like a really small subculture within Texas.
Yeah, for sure. Because Texas, our good friend John, he owns Ricebox, this restaurant that we go to all the time.
Oh, I
But
see pictures of that place. Makes me want to
right.
eat there.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
John said it really perfectly. Is Texas is the land of speed, and that like there's always been a big like drag or like
Yeah, I
go
mean, you guys
fast
have like
culture.
Texas Mile and all that stuff.
Texas
out there.
2K, the Texas Mile, all that other stuff. So like that's the drifting is like some kind of like small subculture kind of thing, but really it's all like I don't know, whatever, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 horsepower cars. Like that's what everyone like really associates with what I would think is like racing in Texas kind of thing, because of oil money, people
Yeah.
fucking do all that stuff with
And
the
you
crazy
guys'
Lambos.
fucking gas is so cheap, you fuckers.
Oh yeah, it's so cheap.
That's
Like
bullshit.
I think like at one point during the quarantine, it was like less than $1.30 a gallon.
Every single time I go there, I'm like in awe with how many fucking pickup trucks there are. It's like
Oh, yeah.
F-150s,
Yep.
Silverados.
Yep.
Like dude, you see? Okay, that's like Priuses out here, or like
Really?
yeah,
Damn, sick.
yeah, like completely flip flop. Like I don't think I saw a Prius the whole time I was in Texas.
Yeah, I don't see them very often. Everybody got trucks, dude. It's
Yeah.
it's like culture, whatever.
Hey man,
But half those people don't even fucking use them, so it's like whatever.
if I lived out there, I'd have one too.
Yeah, probably. It's cheap. It's
Yeah.
whatever. You'd have a fucking big old truck, big old house. Shit's
I
cheap,
wouldn't be
bro.
like I wouldn't still not have a trailer because I have nowhere to put
Right.
it.
Yeah, dude, you could probably, you can do all kinds of shit, dude. It's crazy. I forgot I was talking to like BH whenever he first bought his house in Long Beach,
Yeah.
and like I was blown away for how much money he had to spend for his house.
Hey
And I
man,
was
you don't
like,
even want to fucking know about the city, man.
"Oh, San Fran, dude,
Yeah.
there's like the conversation, I think wasn't it in Squirt Chat that we were talking about it where it was like I think Scott posted it was like the cheapest place was like some like above garage like loft or something
Yeah.
like that, and it was like $350,000 for the place.
That's nothing for here.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
nothing.
my house is not even close to that.
Yeah. We
Crazy.
in my neighborhood, my neighborhood's the cheapest neighborhood in San Francisco.
Okay,
If you want to buy a house for like a 2 bedroom
okay,
house with like a garage,
yes.
800 easy.
Fuck, dude.
800 easy.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
And it's
you know
like,
what you could buy
and it's
for
like
800?
clapped out. Like it used to be a trap house and it's 800.
No way.
Like the nice ones are like 1.2.
Ah.
And it's like, dude, like you go to like anywhere in the country, you like you could buy a goddamn mansion.
Yeah, no, actually there's a mansion right next to one of the racetracks here in Texas, and it's a huge fucking mansion, and I think it's like $1.1 million. And you're like you're literally your backyard is the racetrack.
See, I'm okay with that. I mean, I might not.
I mean, I'm not gonna go buy a fuck. I'm not that big into like fucking cars or whatever for that, but like that's what it just would be, right?
Also, wouldn't that be kind of like a terrible fucking place to live? Like,
Yeah,
you
dude,
spend
you
all
just,
that
like,
money
hear
out
that
listening to
shit all the
engines all day.
time. Yeah, dude, fuck
I'm
all
good.
that noise. Yeah, pass.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I need a piece of quiet. That's why
I like
moved out in the
cars, but
suburbs.
I listen to where I mean, like, I guess it wouldn't be much worse than me living on this main street where there's straight pipe
I see
VQs
the
going by.
cars driving through the mirror. I mean, through
Yeah.
the reflection in your TV. I
Yeah,
was like, damn, maybe he's just like on a main street or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fire department like right there, and there's a
Oh,
police
damn.
station like right there.
Oh,
So
really?
all night, dude.
Fuck.
It took a while to get used to it, but we're
Yeah, once
we're
you're
chilling
used
now.
to it, it's not big of a deal. Yeah, we used to live like down like inside the city when we first got married, my wife and I, and it was cool. Like you could go out and stuff like that, but like we kind of just got burned out of that shit. So then we just like moved out to the suburbs and it was just like now I'm just like 45 minutes away from everybody, and so no one comes and hangs out anymore. So it's like, oh fuck it, oh well.
That's what I gotta figure out.
Yeah,
It's like that, like getting older stuff.
Yeah, it's
She wants a
It's
dog.
nice.
We can't have a dog here. I gotta figure that out.
yeah. We wound up like
I want a
adopting two
garage. I got
dogs.
like another build I want to do that I can't keep where my car is.
Yeah, dude.
And
like,
also, like, what if the shop goes away? What am I gonna do?
yeah, what are
know?
you gonna do? Yeah, you're just like SOL. Yeah, like
street park my race car.
yeah, you can't do that. Like me and Harris used to live together, and we lived in this apartment complex, and it was like $65 for an additional garage if you wanted it. So I got one, and Harris got one, and then Harris got 3 more.
No, dude,
So in the apartment complex, we had 5 garages.
get out of here.
Yeah, dude, it was sick.
I wish. I wish.
And then after I moved out, and Harris like just we went from a 2-bedroom apartment, and he moved to a 1-bedroom apartment, but he kept all 5 garages and just let me pay him to keep my garage there. And so I just had my car like stuck at this apartment complex because my apartment complex that we moved into in the city didn't have a garage.
Yeah.
And like I had this is a funny story. We adopted like 2 dogs, our 2 dogs that we have, and I wind up buying back my original S13, and then I bought another S13, a flood car, and my first S13 was probably parked there for like 6 months, and it was just like no one noticed. I bought the second one and parked it in this like they had like a multiple like parking garage, and I moved both the cars together like close to the top so no one would really fuck with. And then like I come home from work like 2 days later, and there's a tow truck with my S13 on it. And I'm like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, dude, like these cars aren't registered. We towed them. I was like, did y'all take the red one too? He's like, yeah, we already took that one. This is the second one. So I spent like the whole night, like me and Harris, like getting a U-Haul trailer, gonna go get my cars from Impound. I had to take them to my work, at that time, and I had just like started like we had just moved into this big like warehouse, and the company just got bought out, so it was like kind of transition area or period, and I wasn't sure if my boss would like how he would take to it,
Yeah.
and so I was like, yo, I like called my boss. I was like, hey, dude, can I like stash my cars here? Like they both got impounded and stuff like that. So like, I like stashed both cars at the warehouse, and then like we had our dogs, and I'd like wake up early before work to like walk the dogs, and like we paid extra for the fucking dogs, and then we had to pay extra for the garage that I was using and shit like that. I was like, dude, like fuck all this, dude. Let's just get a fucking house. Like I'm so
Yeah.
over like this stuff, and like I never wanted to touch my car because it was like away from me, you
Yeah.
know. It's like I was like, dude, no, let's just go get a house. Like then the dog's got a backyard. I got I like got a garage. I can work on my car. Like it just made life so much easier, so much easier. So,
Yep. Yep.
it's the move, boy.
Life
It's
decisions,
just tough. Yeah,
Yeah.
California's tough. It's like a whole different like economy and all kinds of stuff. So
Well, everybody's leaving the city right now because of COVID. Like, imagine being stuck in one of these like baller apartments, and it's like, oh, you literally just like get like delivery food. If you want to leave, you got to ride an elevator with somebody. Like, everyone's all scared of. I mean, even if you're not scared, it still sucks because like you walk outside and instead of like people being everywhere, it's like you got like crackheads. Like, cause like downtown San Francisco is like they pay a lot of money to live. Like, you know,
yeah, in the city, but then you got like
it's
yeah,
like it's
homeless
just
people
not
and
worth it
stuff.
right now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So like
it's
everybody's
crazy.
bouncing. Like a lot of these like big high rises are like, we'll pay 3 months rent, just move in, please. Like,
Really?
yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. That's crazy. Man.
And like all the houses, of course. Like now we're like, oh, we should get a house. Like, of course, everybody else is like, oh, we should get a house. You know? So
Yeah,
it's
everyone
like,
is. Yeah, yeah. Or like everyone wants to refinance their house. Like everyone, the interest rates have like dropped by like 2 points.
yeah,
So like everyone's just like trying to refinance right now and just like make your like payments way cheap or like cut down your loan time and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Like I don't
yeah,
know. It's a crazy time, honestly.
all that adult stuff. You know, make your moves. You know.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty wild. I never thought I'd be in like doing dumb shit like that, but I guess it happens to everybody.
I mean, you gotta like figure. I don't know. Like, do you ever see like a point when you're like not doing car stuff anymore?
Um, I think there'll probably be a point to where I think I can find enjoyment of like just like running the events or like just like I'll have cars, but I don't have to like go drift them or anything like that. You know, like I can just go hang out or like
Yeah.
or even just do like a hero lap, you know, just like I want to get to the point where you can just like okay, yeah, just like send it one time and just like put it on an amazing lap and then just like go back to the pits and park and just be like, okay, that's my itch. I'm good. I'm done.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I could give it up. I'm
I
like,
don't know, dude. It's
we'll
tough.
see.
I don't know. I think like once I start having kids, I think I'll probably be like super like focused on like
That.
not spending on myself and spending for those,
Yeah.
you know? And so I'll be like, so that's why I'm like trying to like build this S13. I bought like an S14 and like I have
Trying
this
to get it
R32.
all out of the way.
Yeah,
now.
I'm just like I'm trying to like because I told Kayla, my wife, I was like I'm just gonna collect cars because I used to be like whenever I was I would like I would like buy a car. I'm like, oh yeah, I got the money to buy the car, and then like I just like be like, oh my god, like I don't like that just hit my bank account. Like I need to like have the safety net. Like I shouldn't have done that. That's dumb. So then like I would just like part it out or like sell it and get my money back, and then I'd like sit around and my hands would get antsy, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta buy this. And so I think now I'm at a position where I'm just like, okay, like I really don't need to sell this stuff. I'm fortunate enough that I can just like collect these shit now, and I'm just
Yeah.
gonna sit on it. So like,
Build
like
them
this
later.
S13, yeah. So I like this S13. We're like doing a full like, essentially restoration to it.
Sick.
Like yeah. So like my buddy Logan, he does paint and body and stuff like that, and he like wants to kind of like restore S13s. Like that's what he's super passionate about. So I was like, just do it to my car. Like learn on my car, I guess. I don't care. So like. He stripped it's like complete it's like on a rolling chassis like
Rotisserie thing.
rotisserie thing kind of
Yeah.
thing, and he's like the glass is all out, it's fully stripped, and whenever we first started it was just going to be like just paint, like just regular paint, like door jambs and like pull the glass and paint all that stuff. But then it was like he was like, what's your ultimate tune? And I was like, well dude, I like want like a stripped out interior and like color matched interior and like super low and just like chill car. And he was like, all right, let's do that. So he's like, we stripped it all out, like subframes are out, like it's literally just a bare shell, like sitting on like this like rolling like thing. It's crazy. It's like I really jumped off the deep end on this one. So like once it's done, it's probably just gonna like be parked at my work in my warehouse, like tucked in the back. Like I don't want to like fuck
museum
with it.
piece.
Yeah, exactly. And then like the S14 is like pretty fucking stock. Like it just has like coilovers and some wheels, but like I'll probably just like repaint it black because it's black. The Nissan black like always fades and it's like really shitty.
Yeah.
So
especially on S14s.
Yeah. Well, my Titan is black and like it's like swirl marks and it looks like dog shit and like it's definitely like a work truck now.
Yeah.
It was like whenever I first bought it, it was like kind of nice, but now I just like let it go. But yeah, I just like I don't know that car. I just want to like keep it really chill and like just like Navan street car where I just like can hop in it and just put around. And then the Skyline, like I don't know, I feel like I drive that car like the best for drifting wise. So like I don't really want to change that thing at all.
Yeah.
So
why not?
It'll probably just maintain on that thing.
Yeah. Just leave it.
But like if I can just have like those three things and just like I think it'll make maintaining car life as long as possible the easiest.
Yeah.
Where I can like
you're gonna be like that old Camaro dude that has like
dude.
You know what I mean?
Fucking okay, so crazy that you say old Camaro dude. So whenever we moved to this neighborhood, like everybody in my neighborhood is like they're essentially like 45 or older, right? Because this neighborhood was built like in the 90s or whatever. So like all these people like moved in when they first started families and shit. And now they're like all the kids are like college and moved out. And they're like just like old dudes that are just like enjoying like what they wanted to do. So like Roscoe, this guy down the street, has a 68 Chevelle or 68 Camaro, 69 Yinko Chevelle, a 72 like single cab pickup, and like a '02 GTO. And then his neighbor next to him, Mark, has a 69 Camaro, a 68 Camaro, and then like there's a guy that
we're gonna
lives
be
down
those
this...
old Camaro dudes.
Dude,
we're gonna be like the old Datsun guys, I guess. Really.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. But like, there's one guy that lives around the corner, and he has like a 442 SS, 442 Olds, and like one guy has like a Smoking the Bandit like replica car.
Dude.
That his fucking license plate is Beer Run.
Get out of here,
dude! It's the coolest fucking thing, dude. So like, whenever I first moved in, like I had the Skyline, and it was like bright red and shit like that, and like, and then they see it next time, and it has like all this fucking livery on it and shit, and like, dude, like low key is so embarrassing because all these dudes actually have like really cool cars, and I have this like shitty fucking Japanese like drift car, and I'm like, God damn it, dude, why did I pick this shit? It's like low key embarrassing. I hate it, but I love it at the same time. But yeah, dude, it's like. I think that's where like a lot of us will wind up being. I think is just like those are the cars that like those guys idolized growing up and couldn't get, but now that they can get them, and then like that's gonna be us with these old things like that. There was a S13 that just sold for 32 grand on Bring a Trailer.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, 72,000 miles. It sold for $32,000, dude. I mean, that's just what it's gonna be like low mileage Civics, like 240s.
Yeah.
I mean, Supras, GTRs, like all that other stuff. All that stuff's just gonna blow out of the water, man.
How did you even find so like your neighbors had like Civics and stuff? How'd you find drifting if it's such a small thing in Texas?
Oh, so like okay, so like where I grew up is like in West Texas, like in the middle of nowhere, and it was pretty much like I can't remember if it was Tokyo Drift was the first thing, or it was the JDM Insider, where they go hang out with Nightwalkers and they're drifting that toll road that like whatever with the I think it's a Verosa, and like I think it's a 110 or a Verosa, I can't remember right now. But like, just the guy there's a guy just like driving his little K car, and the guy just initiates on the fucking car, And I'm just like, my mind was fucking blown, dude. I was like, holy shit. So yeah, that's pretty much how that started. I've always been into like imports, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, my first import was a Lancer.
I had a Lancer
I
too.
know, dude.
Yes, dude.
I know. Yeah. So
Aaron had one too.
oh
Yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine
Aaron
was
Levitt had a Lancer.
I had a 2002 Lancer OZ Rally. Like the
Ooh.
yeah. So like I had. So here's a
That
cool
was like
story.
that was like the one that was like if you didn't have the Evo but you had that one you were like
Dude.
it was like a okay you can have this like little baby pass.
Yeah, you could be, dude. Man, it was so funny because like I had my neighbor was a car dealer, right? And he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna hook you up with your first car. Like, give me $1,000, and I'll give you a car." I was like, "All right, cool." So I used to collect Hot Wheels, and I wind up like my mom. She collects like Native American stuff, so she was always like on eBay at the time, like collecting cool shit and selling stuff. And I just wind up using her eBay account and like sold all my Hot Wheels and I used the money to buy my first car. And so I bought. He wound up having like this 1989 Buick Rieta, which is like was supposed to be Buick's like two-door, two-seater, like sports car, whatever. But it was like try to be super futuristic. So it had like a digital dash and it had a touchscreen in it. And like
What?
yeah, factory touchscreen. If you ever look it up, it's so cool. It's like it looks like MS DOS, like it's all like green and shit like that. But like it worked and everything. And like I drove it. And like my first job was at Popeyes, and it was like pretty close to the house. So I would like drive my car to like Popeyes and back. And the driveway of Popeyes had like this crazy like dent, and I wind up like just coming in out of it, I guess hotter than I normally would or whatever, and I wound up breaking like the tie rods or something. So we had to like get it towed to the house, and it was like right around the corner or whatever, and go to find out like the steering column was like broken, and like the car had been like I guess like it was a pretty shitty car.
Yeah.
But like the guy was like, dude, I feel so bad. Like here's your money back. Like I don't want to take it, whatever. So we wind up getting. I was super into Evos. Like I really wanted like an Evo. I thought they were cool, and that was probably
Sam.
Yeah, like I don't know. I always thought they were like super cool. And then I guess probably because of like Too Fast, Too Furious, because you know, fucking Paul Walker had the fucking Evo, dude. I love that car. So super racer. So it was either that or like I forgot something else, but I wanted a standard. So it was either like this '02 Lancer or an '03 where they did the facelift, but the '03 was just like a stock manual one. Yeah. And the OZ Rally Edition was automatic. So my parents wind up like taking my money and like going to go get this like Lancer for me because they were like, well, if you're gonna work, you can afford the car payment, so we'll you know whatever. Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. So where they took my money and like they, you know, I'm pretty sure they probably put some money on top for the down payment or whatever. And I worked and I was paying it off. So I got this Lancer and I put like 212s in the back, you know, so I can because I'm always like I've always like loved hip hop music, so like that's all I listen to. So I wanted that.
Some would say that you're a Gucci Mane aficionado.
Somewhat, you know, Gucci Mane was like big time. I got crazy stories about Gucci. So we can roll back if you remember about that. So anyways, like I had this Lancer and stuff like that, and I drove it around, and you know, it was pretty cool. And then my mom wound up having like a midlife crisis and bought a 350Z, and this was like '07. And she had it, and then like she kind of just wanted to get rid of it. I was like, bro, like I'm not gonna let you pass up like getting rid of the Z. Can we trade my car in, and I'll take over payments for the Z, and just see, you know, because at that time then I started working at a movie theater, and I wound up being like a manager at a movie theater. So I was like,
did you have to wear the suit? Did you have to wear the suit?
I did. Yeah,
dude.
I did.
I had friends that were the manager at the movie theater. It's like you get an extra like $2 an hour, but you got to wear a suit.
Yeah, dude, it was so crazy. It was like me and my best friend. We were like manager we were like dual staff managers. We had to wear the suits and shit like that. And it was like we were like 17, and we're like running a fucking movie theater, dude. It was the coolest shit, dude. We used to like hook up we hooked up a Xbox to the theater one time and like played Halo. Dude, it was
dude, I'm so happy someone actually did that.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Dude, it was all kinds of cool shit. But yeah, so anyways, I took over the Z from my mom, and she wound up getting like some like little Jeep thing. And so I had the Z from like '08 all the way up until I sold it to go to Japan. But like that car, I had drove that car all the time. And then I wound up moving from Abilene to outside of Houston for school. And I had bought a Greddy. Greddy, was it Greddy TT exhaust? It was like a twin turbo, but it had like these big fucking canisters, but it wasn't like your traditional canister. It was like kind of like a I don't know, kind of like an NA like style muffler. I don't know. It was like super cool. I loved the exhaust. I thought it was the coolest fucking thing. And I wind up trading exhausts with Justin Rogers, who was on Essence or like on Essence at the time or whatever, and he had just sold his S14 and got a Z. So he was like, we traded exhausts, and he's like, hey dude, I knew who he was because I knew like I was like kind of like I went to a couple drift events just like watch there in Houston since I moved down there, and he was like, yeah dude, like do you want to hang out? Because like I drove like my school was like outside of Houston, and so I drove like almost 2 hours to meet him at his house to swap exhausts. By the time we finished, he was like, yeah dude, do you want to like hang out and like, you know, before you leave? I was like, yeah dude, that's fine. So we like watched like D1G, like D1SL, and like he was like, yeah, so we just like kept in touch, and then like dude, you should drive your car, like you should come drifting with us and stuff like that. And so at the time I had known Harris from like 350Z like forum, right? Because we were on the Houston 350Z page or whatever, and me and Harris were like the young kids on it because everybody else was like older dudes. Yeah. And they were all like super into like track stuff. Like, so I was like, okay, well, I guess this is what I'll do with my Z. So I'd like upgraded the brakes and the brake pads and like got RPF ones and put like a new clutch in the car and stuff like that, and like brake fluid and stuff like that. And I was actually trying to get ready for my first like track day to go with these older dudes and go track my Z. And then Justin and them like, oh dude, you should come drifting with us. I was like, bro, this is like my only source of like transportation. Like I'm like 6 hours from home. If something fucks up, I'm fucked. Like I don't have like a safety net. Like I was paying for school by myself, and like I felt like super like I wanted to be independent, and I didn't want to like ask my parents for anything. So I was just like, yeah, I can't fuck up. They're like, oh dude, no, we just drifted in a parking lot. Like there's no way you can fuck your car up or anything like that. So like I signed up for my first drift day, and that was like probably like 2012 or something, or 2013, and like just drove this like stock Z for like a couple years, and like that's pretty much how it was. So like I feel I jumped in the game like fairly late. Yeah. Like because I was like 22 at the time or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Just chalk it up to like Fast and the Furious, really.
That's a Jason story.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, right?
Jason saw Tokyo Drift with his grandma.
Dude, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think I saw it with like my buddy who because it wasn't playing at our movie theater that we worked at. It was like at another one, and like we just went with our buddies, and I was like, dude, this is fucking sick. And that's pretty much how I jumped into it.
I remember the first time I saw Fast and the Furious. I was like at this like friend's house who was like kind of like my friend from like elementary school. He was kind of like he had like one of those like cool dads that like
let you do shit.
Probably shouldn't have been a dad. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Like, so we like put that on, and dude, I remember looking at the movie cover, and then like watching like the intro scene, and like that scene where like all the cars like start to like line up at night, and it like changes to nighttime, and I was just like, oh yeah okay,
dude.
Like
it was sick.
I'm moving to LA, dude.
Yeah, because you were probably in California, right? So like us in Texas.
Yeah, that's where my family's at.
Oh, in LA?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, yeah. So like we're just like in this like podunk like town, like, you know, like nowhere. Like I would have never thought that, you know, that shit actually was like real. Like I was like, man, that'd be so cool if we could do that kind of shit. Like, you know, whatever.
It was like real. It was legit. Like,
oh, I bet.
They
dude. Like that shit.
They had it like that in Oakland too. Like 7th Street in Oakland, they used to line the entire like really? It's like the same shit. It's like the shipping port.
Really?
So they would they would line up like the whole thing, and people would like do runs, and like it was like a wild party and stuff. Like it was kind of sick. Like I wish I went. Cool. I had like a bunch of friends that went back in the day, and I never went because I didn't like know about it.
Yeah.
I was late. That's okay.
Yeah, we used to. So I had my so I got my Z as a junior in high school, like at the end of junior year.
Yeah.
And it was like the first car I like really had to learn manual on. Like I drove that Miata, like I said, but like that was like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
And then like I taught myself how to drive on the Z. And anyways, like in Texas, everyone's like V8, right? It's like all
Yeah.
Camaros, Mustangs,
Yeah.
like that.
Has to be.
It was like all like drag racing. So like my neighbor growing up, after the people that owned the car lot, they moved out. They moved out whenever I was like pretty much in high school or whatever. So the neighbor that moved in was an ex-Marine, and he was on he was a firefighter and an EMT and stuff like that. But he was like he was a Mustang guy, and he had a GT 500. He had I guess a 05, 06, like when they first came out again.
Mm-hmm.
He had one of those, and you know, he was like super news dude. Like, man, he was like so awesome. And we took like our cars out to the drag strip one time, and like I was like so scared to take my car down the drag strip that I had him take it for me. And like I just sat in it, like, dude, I'm telling you, I was like such a pussy bitch back then. And I was like so scared to like drive that thing. And so he did it and like whatever. And then we in Abilene back home, North First was like the street that like runs up and like down the center of the city essentially. And like at one end it just dead ends. So people would go down to that and turn around, line them up, and then race. And so I'd never went, whatever, and my buddies, we had just won district for the first time for tennis. And like it was my senior year, and it was like I was like team leader, so I was like I finally like brought the district back after like 10 years. Like it hadn't been there in forever and stuff like that. So I was like riding this like high, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, fuck it, let's go. Like we're gonna go out, we're gonna do some shit. And so we took my Z down to like North First just to see like who was down there. My buddy was down there. He had this like Chevrolet Z71 pickup or whatever. He's like, dude, let's race. I was like, nah, dude, no. He's like, no, dude, let's race. And my other buddy was like, dude, I'll flag it. It'll be cool. I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. So like, it's my stock 05 350Z versus this like Chevrolet pickup truck, like the corniest fucking race ever. And we line him up, and he flags us, and we hit it. And like, we're just going, I shift in a second, and then boom, in my rearview mirror, cops. They had been like, there was like a field, and it was a lieutenant, and he jumped his fucking truck off the curb and like chased us down. And they wind up like throwing us in jail. And yeah, dude, cars got impounded, and like they booked us and all that stuff. And like my pops had to come get me out of jail. And yeah, so like I thought I was fucked, dude, because I was like, I had just like pretty much got my like set up to like I kind of knew where I was going to go to school and like all that other shit. And like I was like, oh well, there goes all my chances. Like they're gonna like put me on probation. I was like on probation for a year, and like I couldn't travel anywhere like outside of the county unless I had a permission slip for my PO. So like anytime we went to go like play
all for drag racing.
Yeah, just for like my first time I've ever done it.
Yeah.
No, I mean like we kept on rolling, dude. I was like I was gonna win that fucking race. I was like hauling ass, dude. I was like at this point I was like fuck it. Like if they're gonna like pull me over, I might as well win the fucking race. So I yeah, they booked us and like went to jail, and like yeah, I was on probation for a year, and like my PO was an asshole, and like he like made me like he was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna let you like go this month to your tennis trip or whatever. I think you need to stay home. You've been traveling a lot. And I'm like, bro, it's for school. Like I'm literally trying to like chase this championship this year. Like I just fucked it all up. And then yeah, I was like 17, and I was like, fuck, idiot. So yeah, it's crazy. That's why like I don't like go street drifting and stuff like that. I'm fucking shook from that stuff, because like after like it was like 2 weeks before my 21st birthday, and I guess the thing was that if I didn't get a ticket or anything like that, my record would be wiped clean at 21.
Yeah.
And I just hung out with Justin and those guys like after drifting in or whatever, and I was driving back to school, and it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I was like just driving. I was like super late, like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like hauling ass, and these kids in this truck or like SUV were like egging me on. So I was just like, you know, the car had like an exhaust and stuff like that at that point. And I just like, well, you know, like ran off from them. And I was just like, put it back in cruise, and they caught up to me. And I was like, they're like, go again. I was like, all right, cool. So I fucking sent it that time. and it was like 145. Like I fucking like maxed it, like hit governor on that bitch, and boom, cop lights.
No.
And I was like, oh my fucking God. Like after 4 years of being perfectly good, a week before my 21st birthday, you guys fucking got me. And I was like, it's all right, dude. I just, that's just how it happens. I was like at peace or whatever. And the cop goes, you know how fast you were going? I said, no, sir. He's like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going back to Prairie View. I got, that's where I'm going to school. He's like, or he asked, why'd you pull me over? Or do you know why I pulled you over? I said, yes, sir. He's like, you know how fast you're going? I said, no, sir. I fucking knew. The fucking thing was wrapped out, dude. I was going as fast as that fucking thing would let me go. And he was like, where are you going? I was like, going back to Prairie View, back to school. And he goes, you better drive right there and don't fucking speed. And I was like, yes, sir. And he just let me go. And I just drove home. I parked my car for a week. I didn't drive that bitch. I stayed on campus. I walked everywhere on campus that whole week. Dude, I was like, nope.
I'm not risking this.
I'm not risking it. So the fucking first time I drag raced and like the very first time I was like, yeah, fuck it. We'll fuck with these kids on the line. I got pulled over. So I don't risk that shit anymore. I just have bad luck. So it's just like, nah.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't need a, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I
have bad luck. I've gotten lucky a lot of times, and I've gotten unlucky a lot of times also.
Dude, yeah, like the first time was the worst, and like I've gotten pretty lucky. Oh, and then the first time we go street drifting in Chicago, like Ilya and stuff, we take Damon, we get rolled up on. So it's just like I'm not gonna worth it. And then
the first time I went street drifting in like 6 years when I got the Beamer, I was like, oh, I got a street car again. Like we should go streeting. Yeah. First corner, first turn, pulled over.
Damn.
Reckless driving.
Damn. The convertible?
The M3. When I got it. It was like
when you first got
stuff. Yeah, well, of course I got like pulled over and it's caged and the guy's like,
Fuck, dude. Bad luck, dude.
He's like, you know what you were doing? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're lucky I don't impound your car and take you to jail. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
Damn, dude, that sucks. That's the fucking worst.
But I got a lawyer off Yelp, dude.
Really?
Shout out, dude. Yeah, I got a lawyer off Yelp, and they like got me out of it.
Damn, dude, that's sick. That's badass. Off Yelp, that's sick. Yeah, my pops, he was big in the gun community, so he knew like the fire
stay out of trouble, kids.
Yeah, no shit. Like my pops just happened to know like the police department and like a lawyer at the time, so he just like helped us get through that shit. But like, fuck, what a dumbass, dude. I hate that shit. Bad luck.
Crazy for like one drag race thing. Like they like
that's it. They like really shut. They were like talking about like me crushing. They were gonna like crush the car and like all this other shit, and I was just like, dude, like I literally have had this car for like 8 months, and I still owe like 4 years on it or something. Like I'll be paying this bitch off forever for absolutely nothing. So, the worst. Never again.
Dang.
So.
Yep. Keep it off the streets, kids.
Yeah, dude. Go to the tracks, bro.
Go to Knuckle Up.
Yeah, go to Knuckle Up. It's safe there.
Spend your money.
You can have all the fun.
Buy the merch.
Yeah, buy merch. Buy stickers, t-shirts, entry fees. I got it all.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah.
I think we did like 3 hours, man.
Yeah? Easy, dude.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah. Yep. I think. Yeah, like 3 hours. You good?
Yeah.
You want to shout out anybody?
Nah, dude. I mean, like, I don't know. I think I try to shout out people throughout the podcast, you know?
You did.
I wasn't trying to wait till the end and do the shout outs, you know? I like to like call everybody out during the stories, you know?
You did. So. Yeah, you have some stories, man, for sure.
Yeah, dude, thanks, man.
Some good ones. The Japan shit just had me dying, had me rolling.
Dude,
man.
it's so funny, dude. And like, dude, yeah. I don't know. I have a pretty bad memory, but like once I start talking, I start remembering shit. And like, Japan's pretty funny, and like, I don't know. I like to tell like all the college stories because that's like a whole nother world, dude. That was a whole nother thing, and like drifting and all that stuff.
I got some youth stories for sure, man. I got some.
Yeah.
I can't really tell a lot of those though. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know who's listening to this stuff nowadays, but you know, I like to tell those in person because it's funnier. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Sick, dude.
But I mean, man.
Yeah. If you're done, you know, we can end it. That's fine with me.
I mean, hey, dude, I got more than I need. Like.
Okay, good. That's it. Maybe we can do another one. I'll tell you more stories.